like I know what to say, but something's getting in the way. This person that you so admire, now stuck in such a bad attire.
Break it down.
On the road.
Do it for my own homies, they be back home, still homegrown. Trying hard to get back at it, but no one knows where I'm going. Running around like a jaguar, now I'm headed back to the tropics. Going hard for my fam, yeah, now I'm headed back with a profit, yeah.
Always one step ahead, but I can't seem to feel a moment. I'll be peeking through doors, every one of them carefully closing. You don't need to tell, I'm out of time. Felt it trickle into the heart of mine. Say, is this when I gave or I gave up? It's like I know what to say, but something's getting in the way. This person that you so admire, now stuck in such a bad attire.
On the road.
Oh my God, some more money.
Will I cry? Will I leave behind broken and crumbled signs, hiding all my roads to you? Uh-oh. And if I fight, will I come to life, calling for all your light, giving all my heart to you?
am not the victim of this love affair. You can make me go away. I don't really care if it's getting fair. I just wanna love you, babe. You got me around your finger. Got me in a twisted state of love, but I refuse to see it. Yeah, you can turn me upside down, turn my heart inside out, but I've never given up. Do it again, let's do it again. Sleep is for the dead and love is for the weak. Yeah, baby, till every bit fade. Yeah, you can turn me upside down. Do it again, let's do it again. Yeah, you are what I need, don't you understand? We were made to fall in love. Give me what I ask, let me hold your hand. Baby, you just have to know. You got me around your finger. Got me in a twisted state of love, but I refuse to see it. Yeah, you can turn me upside down, turn my heart inside out, but I've never given up. Do it again, let's do it again. Sleep is for the dead and love is for the weak. Yeah, baby, till every bit fade. Yeah, you can turn me upside down. Do it again, let's do it again. Yeah, give it to me, give it to me. Just do it again. Give it
Hey guys,
to
now we're gonna watch some Mid Shadow from here. Let's see.
Don't stop, turn off the lights. Nauseous when I wake up. Don't quit, I fell for you. Don't break it in two. Long time before I knew us two would follow through. Hold out, don't give it up. Good things can come to those who wait. 'Cause you make me feel like this is for real, and I want you till trees grow on the moon. If you're a falling star, I wanna follow you. I want you till it goes out the sun. It's standing up for you. It's standing up for you. Standing up. Standing up for you. Standing up. Standing up for you. Break down and we're apart. Too far. I'm in the dark. Now don't fold my foolish heart. And don't wait for magic sparks. We can work although we get stuck on the low. Breathe out, we can't forget. Hurts like a bayonet. Could you make me feel we're in this for real? And I want you till trees grow on the moon. If you're a falling star, I wanna follow you. I want you till it falls out the sun. Standing up for you, standing up for you. Ooh, standing up. Standing up for you. Ooh. Standing up. I'm standing up for you. And all I need is reassurance. All for you. Long time. All for you. I want you till trees grow on the moon. You're a falling star. I wanna follow you. I want you till it falls out the sun. Standing up for you. Standing up for you. Standing up. Standing up. Standing up for you. Standing up. Standing up for you.
Lou. Guys, the game starts in 15 minutes, not 75, alright? Both those gamers enjoying Dota agree about the time. We'll be there shortly.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Missing top. That should help.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Assassination at its finest.
Shadow Fiend losing. Lou.
give it all for a look, for a call, for a kiss, for the roll. A part of any universe, of any planet in the sky. Brought emotion by your light. You're a star in the night. You keep me up when you say, love is strong. Come along into my arms. Come on over, let your soul.
Wanna get closer, wanna come over, wanna get moving, grooving. Your folks disapproving. We can have fun, yeah. Don't need no money. We can be brilliant without millions. Baby, ain't no closer. Wanna come over, wanna get moving, grooving. Your folks disapproving. We can have fun, yeah. Don't need no money. We can be brilliant without millions. Get up and down, get up and down, get up and down. Get up and down, get up and down, get up and down.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Wanna pull over,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I want you to kiss me, diss me, and say you really miss me. We can watch stars, yeah. We can dance on top of cars, yeah. We can make billions, not zillions. Wanna pull over, pick a 4-leaf clover. I want you to kiss me, diss me, and say you really miss me. We can watch stars, yeah. We can dance on top of cars,
under attack.
A talisman against long odds.
Just got up, something's wrong. I waited up with wounds on my feet. Where will you be? Going through memories, the Polaroid, yellowed in the sun, longing to succumb.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Missing bottom.
That should help.
Moon is full, stars are bright. I called you up just to hear your voice on the machine. Nothing around me like it was, but you will always be my first choice. Just as it seems.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is falling. Radiant's middle tower is up.
So you don't know what you're doing, and the walls are closing in. Just
Guys, the game's about to start, okay?
going,
We will be there very, very
and
shortly.
remember where we've been. We can breathe underwater. Nothing can hurt us anymore. And as long as we're together, it doesn't matter where we are. The ocean's high.
Guys, we're about to start.
If you ever think it's pointless, I will remind you that it's not. And the world will dance around us. They wanna know what we've got. We can breathe underwater. Nothing can hurt us anymore. And as long as we're together, it doesn't matter where we are. The ocean's high.
Last year we went to the eye. I remember your smile reflecting the light. We didn't care what tomorrow would bring. There was only right now, the sun was alive. I can still see you walk down the shore, holding in all the secrets, kept me waiting for the answers. The answers. We can do it all again. I know.
5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban.
Greetings and salutations to the fans. This is Alliance versus OG. We have a rematch. This is the exact same game I cast yesterday, and here we are once again. So, I mean, we saw a lot of PAs when both teams were playing. There was a lot of attention to Magnus. There was a lot of Oracle play. I want to see how they're going to approach these games, if they're going to have a completely different approach. OG did fight pretty well in both games, but ended up losing to Alliance's PA twice. So, it just begs the question, do they take PA out completely in the first phase? Do they get the PA for themselves? They do have first pick here, and I'm interested to see how is OG going to approach the Alliance problem. How are you guys doing today? I'm having a great day. I'm having a blast. I'm just super tired. Thank you all for being here. Alright, there's someone explaining Oracle spells right there.
10 seconds
and Oracle did get first phase banned, so congratulations, man. Whatever it is that you were worried about, OG is worried about as well. Maybe they don't know how the Oracle skill set actually works. They're like, let's just take it out. I don't understand those spells. This hero is way too new. They're gonna take the Grimstroke. The two little weird mages are going to be taken out. And the Lone Druid is the second one here for OG. Lone Druid, apparently another hero that is low-key, very, very unbalanced. I wonder if Alliance will also remove the Dazzle. I mean, we've been seeing the pool of heroes that people consider to be quote-unquote too strong is changing very rapidly in these Chongqing Major qualifiers. So, maybe we could see the Dazzle slipping up. Now they have to remove PA, right? The Alliance actually takes the PA out, knowing that OG has first pick, knowing that they might steal a page from their book. But, who's going to take Dazzle out? I guess OG would probably play support Dazzle. I've seen Oteo play it once. Although I did see Thompson play mid Dazzle. I don't know. Maybe that's just not his style. But, yeah, I want to see which of these little sneaky heroes that seem to be too strong are going to pass for the first stage of bans here. So they remove the PA and the Lone Druid, and now it's a Morphling. So that is not a hero you see very often, and they remove the Morphling out of all heroes. I wonder why they take this hero out. Usually, Morphling would be picked against Terrorblade. I guess it's still a pretty good pick. Maybe OG just wants to play Terrorblade again. I don't know.
10 seconds remaining.
PA is also out of the pool, so another hero that deals okay-ish versus the Terrorblade. The burst. I mean, we saw Alliance's PA just shred a Terrorblade alive. They do remove the Eye there on the side of Alliance, so Dazzle is open. Is OG going for the Dazzle? We don't know. We have to wait it out a little bit here. Bowie, huge fan from Russia. Keep up the work. You were awesome. Thank you. Legion Kotenok. Thank you all for being here. Legion, Rezel, Haizar, Imbowie, 123, and Chapan Flanman. What's up? Happy Daft 2. So they will get the Magnus for themselves. They ignore the Dazzle for now, and I wonder if Alliance is going for it. And there you have it. The Dazzle, definitely a top-tier pick in the moment. At the moment, it looks like. And they also snatch a Brewmaster that could easily be Boxies or Tygas. We did see, I mean, there's been players playing mid Brewmaster, offlane Brewmaster, support 4 and 5 Brewmaster. It's just a safe pick. They did remove the Morphling, so maybe they want to get that Terrorblade. And having the Brewmaster is a good thing. Let's see. They're going to get the Lich. All right. Now this is an opener that I've seen a lot of teams go for, actually. The fact that, Magnus increases the physical damage of heroes so well, And also the fact that Lich is one of the best counters for it now because he has a
10
physical
seconds
damage
remaining.
reduction. It's not armor spell. You know,
5 seconds remaining.
it's just nice to have the Lich on your side of the map so that you don't have to ban it and the Dean
Radiant
Power doesn't
team
really
ban.
get countered too much. They also removed the axe, knowing that it's a hero that can just solo kill those empowered heroes. You know, your Juggernaut, like your level 7 Juggernaut, just dies to the Blade Mail if he's an empowered.
OG's turn to ban.
It's always a nice hero to have. They do remove the PL, so they are taking some of those illusion heroes out, but they don't take the Terrorblade, which is a hero that we were talking about for being so good versus Morphling that OG did take out. So, yeah. Game what? This is game 1. Bowie watching all the way from the land of the Pinoys. Nice, man.
5 seconds remaining.
So, what does OG take out? You already have a Magnus Lich. You don't want to take carries out, right? You want to carry, unless... So the only way they take a carry out here is if it's a carry that deals well with the one they want to choose. They also have to wait for alliances, man. So, it's going to take a while here. They're going to take the Rubik out. Can steal the Empower. Can steal the RP. Overall, pretty good hero right now. Definitely deserving of a second phase ban. And now, Alliance. What do you take out? Dude, I'm so tired. You guys have no idea.
Radiant team
I went to
pick.
sleep so late. Thompson Drow confirmed. I mean, Drow with Magnus. It used to be way better. I mean, it's not awful.
OG
You don't have that
turn
much
to ban.
phase agility anymore, though. You're gonna snatch Crystal Maiden. They did remove the Monkey King out. So another hero that... I mean, I'm not gonna say Crystal Maiden deals well with Terrorblade, but having that attack speed low is actually pretty decent versus illusion-based heroes because they cannot be KB, so the attack speed low is there. I mean, this could still be mid-dazzle for Alliance, right? Depending on how they play this out, and I guess the aura with a mid-dazzle. I mean, it's both good for mid and support dazzle, but if he just goes mid, it's strong, man. I think it's strong. But maybe, you know, you're playing versus RP, you don't want you to be in the front lines as a dazzle core, so maybe just playing as a support could be a better option versus this Magnus draft from OG. Now, they're taking their time here. They already burned through a lot of reserve time. I think they use it way more than Alliance, considering the last game that we cast yesterday. Boy, what's the general opinion of Team 1, 2, 3?
Radiant team
I don't know, dude. I think what they did... I think what Valve did was right. It was just poorly executed, as all Valve things. I mean, that's not true. But my point is, they should have been disqualified before they were able to play. Once they play, they win. I am against the fact that they disqualified it because I think they should allow it. But they did the right thing. Just, you know, maybe not the best way. They're gonna get a Pugner here for OG. So, Thompson hero. Could be Sabs as well. The Crepify is a good skill. I guess they are the ones expecting an illusion hero now. I don't know. Why would you pick an illusion hero versus the Magnus? I mean, some players have been playing Core Naga. I don't know if Alliance plays it, if they care about it. Hey boy, do you prefer people watching on Twitch or YouTube? Twitch. Guys, if you can go to Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, in the description, there is a link for my Twitch stream, and it helps you. It really helps. So, if you can drop by the Twitch stream, it's amazing. The only English caster, thank you. Yeah, apparently I'm the only English caster on YouTube. Feels bad. Shadow Fiend is the hero that Alliance speaks, huh? Lane Dominator started to become more popular. I I was going to say that they
10
could still
seconds
pick.
remaining.
I think they played Shadow Fiend and Clockwork in a game
5 seconds
alliance.
remaining.
But this time they're probably not gonna have the chance of picking a Clockwork because that's most likely support Dazzle and Crystal Maiden with an
Radiant
offlane
team
Brewmaster.
ban.
They need a
Anti-mage.
carry. Wow. Now that is going to be Pycat's Antimago. And that is also interesting here because the Anti-Mage, like, they don't really have a lot of good carry options that deal well with Anti-Mage. I guess Lark could be one of them, so I wonder if OG is going to take it out. Because then you have, like, what, Jugger? Jugger is not great for Anti-Mage. Oh, thank you very much for your sub. Louis Really appreciate your love, man. You guys are awesome. Your YouTube videos are getting popular. You deserve it. I mean, you've been popular for a while, but I just think people don't. I mean, there's like I watch Dota, what the fuck, and his videos are way more entertaining than mine. You know, you can watch it at any time. My videos are like, okay, I want to play Dota, which is already a rare pool of people, and then you're like, now we're going to try and watch this boring video about how to learn a hero. You know, most people just want to play, or they want to watch those videos. Dota, what the fuck, is like one of the best executed. Like, they make reliable,
10 seconds remaining.
pretty good videos on almost a daily basis. I think those guys work super hard.
5 seconds remaining.
But yeah, whatever. Going back to the draft here, they're gonna remove the Invoker on the side of Alliance. So they think this is indeed the Pugner from Thompson, from Sab, and they want to pick a hero. They do remove this Lark that I talked about. I really like that they did that, and now it's OG's time to pick maybe a I mean, so they think this is support Pugna? No. Yeah, like this is not Sab's Pugna. This would have to be Jarex's support Pugna, and then you pick a mid hero. But they could just pick a support now, something like the Earth Spirit. I don't know. I think there's a lot of value here on Earth Spirit. You can silence the Brewmaster and the Dazzle. You can cancel the Freezing Field from far away. Having, you know, silence on Shadow Fiend is amazing. But let's see what OG is going for here. I just moved from YouTube stream to Twitch stream. That's awesome. Neon Wasabi. Really appreciate it, dude. Bowie, some of my favorite videos on YouTube are player/hero analysis videos. You are a very weird person. Bowie, when I join Dota Alchemy, what? Is this an invite? Because I know both of the owners, and I'm pretty sure you're not one of them. But maybe it's just question. Would I join? Maybe that's what you wanted to ask. I don't know. You can also combine your second, third skill, use your second, and then okay, you guys talking about Oracle again. So OG, they are still trying to decide on what they want to pick here. Maybe decide. I mean, Magnus doesn't look like a Thompson hero at all, so I do agree this is probably Sab's Magnus with support Pugner, and they will. Nope. That is going to be. I mean, Pugna is a Thompson hero, so they are probably going to. Alright, and the Lycan is going to be Alliance's hero. So on one side you have the Anti-Mage that can split push, that can farm. On the other side you have a hero that the Anti-Mage can't really fight. You know, he can run away from the Lycan, but he can't really fight the Lycan, at least until the 30-minute mark. So can Alliance just push very, very fast? Shadow Fiend is not the greatest sieger, so I mean the only siege is actually coming from the Lycan mostly, I would say. Brewmaster would be like zoning everyone out, and the Dazzle would be healing the unit so they can keep pushing. I'm surprised they picked this Clockwork here, but it's going to. I mean, the only hero that is really benefiting from the Magnus is going to be the Anti-Mage, but as long as everyone else is fighting, the Anti-Mage will farm insanely fast. And then, yeah, there you have it, guys. If you are watching on Twitch, you can actually participate now on who you think, based on the draft, is going to win. So drop by the Twitch stream if you're not there. And who is winning? Game 1, type 1 for Alliance, and type 2 for OG. I want to see what you guys think about the draft here and about the game. And we will be getting into the game very shortly, so just enjoy yourselves. Okay. They have no Lark. lockdown for anti-mage. Yeah, but they have a lot of push, and push is better now than before. Thompson was a decent streamer and played in Matumba with Matumba or Jerix before. Yes. Right. That was the Finnish Dota 2 team with Jerix, Thompson, and Matumba man. Yeah. Alright, we are getting in eventually, I think. So Jerix playing the Clockwork, no Teo on the Lich, Thompson on the Pugner, and on the side of Alliance we have Quickfa, Mikey, Insania, Taiga, and Boxy. So Pugna definitely gets hard countered by Lycan, I would say. You know, getting the getting that dispel once you're level, once you have the Necro 3, you have a lot of move speed. The Pugna can't really disengage, you know, the Decrepify is okay-ish. Because if you use it on the Lycan, then he cannot dispel it for himself. The dispel, unlike the old Diffusal Blade, is only aggressive. It's not, you know, it doesn't work both ways. But, I mean, let's see what happens here. I expect Alliance is back, but that Lycan. Who is this caster? He's like Ambien. I don't know what you mean by that, but thanks, I guess. Alright, so not a lot of votes. It looks like people, they're not really that interested in voting. We have about 13 votes here with a slight advantage towards OG. The game still paused, unfortunately. Not really sure what's happening, but I guess we're gonna get there eventually, boys. Did we have any Actually, I want to check. I want to check another stream to see. It's like this is a bug on my part, and there's no way this is a bug, right? Go live. It looks like they're also not casting the game, so we should be okay-ish. Yeah, it looks like it's paused for everyone. All right. Feels bad. Bowie make new fundamental tutorials for us low-tier players. I'll see what I can do. What people... Everyone already plays Dota super well. They don't need to. They don't need any sort of fundamentals. Kappa. And I retired again. No, he didn't retire. He just... Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is game 1 between OG and Alliance, the rematch, as we already talked about. And let's just get it going. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm having an awesome day, and let's just jump into it. All right.
What did you expect?
Let me get things going right here, and yeah, we're ready to go. So let's check the players on each side. We're gonna have Insania playing the position 5, Crystal Maiden, a support 4 Dazzle by Boxy. Offlane Brewmaster from... I'm sorry, that's actually a Taiga Brewmaster with the offlane Dazzle, huh? Interesting. And we have a safe lane Quickfa on the Lycan, as well as Mikey playing the Shadow Fiend in the middle lane. Thompson is going to be playing the Pugner in the middle lane. We do have Sabs offlane Magnus, but he's actually playing in the safe lane right now. And the Clockwork here with his little taunt, the robot just walking bottom. Let's check the rune spots right here, and it looks like they will trade 2 for 2. That's how it looks for now. The high ground here, we do see Insania. Needs to be careful because there's a little scaly man already chasing him down, and has a ward here. So just wants to be sure Insania doesn't know where to. Oh Jesus! Sends the Crystal Maiden back to her base, but she's gonna be fine. Thank you all for the follows, by the way, guys. Really appreciate you being here. And yeah, let's begin the cast. All right, Jerix here with the stout shoot, so he's not gonna roam too much. It looks like he doesn't have any move speed items. He just wants to pressure this lane as much as possible with this battery assault. Quickfa hiding here for a little bit in the middle lane. Let's see who wins this lane here. So you have a Shadow Fiend. I guess the Pugna does okay, you know, but the Shadow Fiend will eventually just get way too big, I think, because you don't really have the base damage to all deny or to out CS a Shadow Fiend. So you have to use your Nether Blast, you have to use your Decrepify as best as possible. The Pugno for now actually does not have, actually okay, does get the Decrepify so he can deny this range creep. So he's gonna try his best to hold the Shadow Fiend down, but eventually he's just gonna be farming jungle non-stop anyways. They do send the Anti-Mage here to the offlane as we talked about, and usually you do that because you want your Magnus to get as many Empower levels as possible. So even though the Anti-Mage might not have the greatest lane here in the bottom lane, he will have the Empower to farm later on. Nice body block here onto Quickfa, but it's not going to be enough damage to shut him down, especially because he's already level 2, so he has those little wolfies to block the OG's advances. They are playing a 2 versus 1 right here. I'm not even sure if the Boxy Dazzle needs another player here, and they will indeed send someone bottom. It's Taiga, and it looks like as the Clockwork roams here into the jungle, this is going to become a 2 for 2. Insania already committing his Crystal Nova here. He doesn't have any clarities, but will get level 2 eventually. Yeah, the early game kinda slow here for both sides. It looks like the Shadow Fiend is behind the Pugna, at least for now, but I do expect Micah to eventually just get ahead of him. Alright, we see a rotation here by Jarex, but the slow coming from that Poison Touch is going to be way too much. I mean, Jarex, he does find Boxy, but there's no way he's actually finding a kill here. The offlane Dazzle is going to be more than fine. He actually doesn't even feel the damage, to be honest. Thompson will find himself this Arcane Rune. Pretty good for him. The Frost Blast here zoning Taiga out. Okay. Yeah, pretty slow game. The Clockwork cannot find any kills. I mean, an anti-mage lane is not going to be looking for kills. He can get a kill eventually, but Lycan's actually a pretty tanky hero. Has a lot. Has a lot of HP and HP. He doesn't really have a lot of armor. And the blink out from Pycat. He's going to be more than fine. 13 CS. Ahead of everyone else. Thompson slightly ahead of Mikey, but he's already recovering, and he looks like the anti-mage ends up dying. I apologize for the T-Tours. I actually don't know how he can find his kill, but sure. Well, Jarex does find Boxy once again. Is level 2 now. Has the power cogs. I wonder if he's going to try and commit for it. Does get that kill. The Shockwave actually pushing Boxy a little closer to the cogs, and now another Poison Touch being committed. Sab doesn't really have enough damage. He was not close enough to get the skewer, I guess, out of the cogs into their tower. So there's not going to be much happening here. Thompson gets surpassed in CS by the Shadow Fiend finally. And inside in here, just trying to boop Pycat away from the lane. Nice body blocks here coming from Quickfa. And the Anti-Mage will feel forced to blink away. It looks like both Lich and the Crystal Maiden not doing super well in terms of HP. And Jarex already rotating here to try and get vision of the rune. It's going to be a regen rune that Taiga pings out, and now he will commit a clap here trying to stop Jarex from actually finding it. Thompson will show up. He does bottle that one out, and he's going to repel Taiga away. In terms of mid lane here, Mikey couldn't really help because the lane was pushing, so it was a good move by OG. Nice Nether Blast with the Decrepify here. Mikey needs to be careful, but he does have a Fairy Fire as well, some Magic Wind charges, so Thompson can get baited into Mikey for sure. Top lane, just a lot of fighting all around. It looks like we will see a rotation here from Taiga once again. It does find Thompson, but now that they nerfed that Cinder Brew, I mean, they didn't really nerf it, but the slow, I guess range is worse, right? I actually don't know. Maybe it's not a nerf in cast range. He will repel Thompson here. He doesn't have a lot of mana, but he will commit his regen rune. In terms of Bounty Rune, we are approaching the 5-minute mark here. No tail already setting up. It looks like OG will find... Oh, okay, Frost Blast being committed, but no tail finds that Bounty Rune anyway. They do send Taiga over here, and with the clap, the raindrops on that Lich are not going to be enough to stop his advancements. Nice Q in the top lane here. Looks like Boxy's Poison Touch finds Jarex, and in the bottom lane, we do see Alliance just going for a little smoke arena. Alright. It looks like... in terms of CS, very even between Shadow Fiend and the Pugna, so I'm surprised. I expected Thompson to not be doing that well 5 minutes into the game. He is about to get level 6. Mikey is not as close as Thompson, and we do see a rotation here from Taiga. Thompson will be forced to disengage. So overall, 3 kills for Alliance, not a huge net worth increase because of it. And Boxy now trying to draw quick aggro here just to get CS under the tower, under a more safer spot, because he is afraid of those Jarek rotations. Probably going to go for a 4-step early on, especially considering this is a 4 Dazzle. We do see in the middle lane here that the life drain gets committed. Mikey gets zoned away, but he quickly pops his Fairy Fire and the Magic One, and he is going to be fine. Seb, about to get level 6. It looks like he is pretty much tied with Boxy in terms of CS. Nice Shadow Wave there to get... oh, hello, Mikey. There is life drain available here for Thompson. You need to be careful when Thompson ends up not getting vision for the Decrepify. 1 raise being committed. A TP from the Crystal Maiden. Thompson even pops his double damage. 3 heroes actually chasing him down in the jungle. And it looks like, oh, Thompson, he gets the high ground vision with that beautiful, beautiful right click before the Decrepify. He actually finds the kill onto the Crystal Maiden. And he's just going to go back to the middle lane because he is not afraid of anything. Micah trying to set up for a triple hit raise. Does find Micah. The tips coming from Thompson. 1 raise finds him. And now the clap is going to slow him down. Oh, he actually gets the kill here with the Decrepify Nether Blast. But the raise is from the Shadow Fiend faster. And it is Mikey that benefits from the experience here. Thompson, though, gets a lot of gold from Mikey somehow. And they are tied in CS. I'm surprised that he got so much extra gold. Maybe it's because the Shadow Fiend was sharing with the Brewmaster that helped him. With the Clap Arena. Alright. Looks like Pycat here is level 5. Having a pretty good game so far. Already has 3 of those Wraith Bands. It looks like he is going for the Treads next. And we do see a rotation here from Insania into the middle lane. We're going to get a Frostbite onto Thompson, but it's not going to stop him from completely sucking the Shadow Fiend down. And now he will try and force this tower here with his Nether Blast. Looks like Crystal Maiden also going back. So Thompson is going to have free range to keep on pushing this. Some tips coming from Sabin in the bottom lane. No Tail does TP out. It looks like Boxy was looking for him. He's going to be fine here in the Fountain top lane. We do have some pings. It looks like they're trying to go for Taiga here. There is level 6 onto the Magnus, but he did not learn RP, looks like. And now Pycat looking for Taiga, but when you don't have RP, that's... Oh, nice. Shockwave actually gets enough of a pullback, but 7 seconds for the cogs. The clap from Taiga is probably going to stop OG. No, they really want to go for this. I don't even understand why they are doing this. The Cinder Brew is going to be thrown out, and Pycat's just forced to disengage. Not even sure why he's top. It looked like he was having a pretty good time bottom. He ends up showing top. Now there's 2 cores in the same lane. They will, though, send the Magnus bottom eventually. And with the Empower, the Anti-Mage is probably going to be farming just fine. Shadow Wave is going to be committed. Helm of the Dominator already done onto Quickla, so he's trying to force this tower here with the Stolen Tomato. And they do have the backup of Insania here on his left side. It looks like Thompson finds another kill. They're diving him in the middle of the tier 1 and tier 2, but it looks like we don't have a tier 2 anymore because the Nether Blast from Thompson gets it done. Quickla just drawing aggro here from the little Krapos. It looks like Seb is still just skipping Empower completely. Pretty interesting build on his behalf. Just wants to farm as much as possible. Doesn't think, you know, having the RP is going to be valuable because they have a lot of sustain and push. And this tower is probably going to fall for free here. Lich ends up committing that spell into the Magnus, which just allows this tower to be taken down super quickly. Jarek's looking for Mikey here. Looks like he will get vision eventually. Thompson commits the Decrepify. Where is that Frost Blast? Where? Okay, that's actually the clockwork. I'm sorry, guys. We'll just drop the cogs here. Dazzle will zone Thompson down with that poison touch, but do they have another slow? It doesn't look like Thompson wants to risk it, and he's going to get out. We are approaching another bounty rune here. You're going to commit a shapeshift, trying to look for No Tail. They don't have a lot of vision, but oh, look at the body blast coming from that Wolf Ila. And No Tail, he does commit his Frost Blast, but it's not going to be enough to stop. And hungry like him. He's going to go back to the lane here, looking for Sab. Sab does skewer away, tries to TP out. Do they have enough burst damage? They don't. The crits from that tomato are not going to be enough. And Thompson, as that happens, pushes the middle lane here. Looks like he is uncontested. Alright.
I'll take that.
We do get the top tower as well. So for now, pretty decent advantage here coming by OG. They already have a 3,000 gold lead. Alright, he will get the Decrepify with the cogs here onto Taiga. He has Primal Split, but with those Battery Assault techs, it's going to be pretty hard for him. He's still holding onto the spell, and he doesn't go for it. Now, Micah trying to get fast enough onto the Clockwork to get those raises, but he's a pretty fast robot, especially with the Tranquil Boot, so the Shadow Fiend doesn't actually close the gap there. And the Anti-Mage was pushing top, will TP to these right shrine on the side of the Dire. I think my chat broke, guys. Can you actually say something in chat? Because, you know, sometimes there are issues. It's nice to read the chat and see what you guys think. If the chat is not broken, please let me know. Boxy trying to... Oh, nice. The Crepify there onto the Dazzle and Jax. So just bait the denies here. Taiga does approach Thompson with that Cinder Brew, but alright, they will commit the Crepify Life Drain onto Boxy. Pretty safe there. Doesn't pop the Grave in panic, and just pushes the wave here with the Shadow Wave. But Thompson is being pretty pesky here. He's just trying to go for this. He does have another ward here, a lot of damage. Oh no, Jarex's hookshot does not find the Brewmaster before the Primal Split, and it looks like Thompson is probably going to fall here. He commits the Decrepify to try and run away, reducing the damage that comes from that Dazzle, and this will give them a double kill here. Alliance, they do protect their tower, but that's a hefty rotation from Alliance. It looks like they created a lot of space for Mr. Pycat, and he is very close to that Battle Fury at 12 minutes. He doesn't have Tread, but just making the best use possible from those Wraith Bands so he can keep on farming. Alright. It looks like my chat is broken indeed. I cannot read any messages, but that's fine. Smoke Gank here coming from No-Tail. He is level 6 with that Chain Frost. Sab did go for a Vanguard here, and now has about 1,000 gold. Most likely going to invest that money into a Blink Dagger. Now Thompson trying to approach Quickfire here. The Nether Blast, the Crepify is going to be committed. There's also Shapeshift onto the Lycan. This Nether Ward just stops Alliance from pressuring this tower that much. Now Boxy shows up here. Does have Shadow Wave available. Alright. The hookshot is going to find Taiga, and this time he doesn't have that Primal Split. He does break the fog. Nice clap onto the Shockwave with the Crepify, actually putting him towards the side of OG. Nice RP. They do find Mr. Dazzle here, in the Chain Frost is just bouncing around. The Grave was already committed. Do they have enough damage to find the Dazzle? It looks like for now they don't. The Nether Ward doing a lot of work, but Boxy has so much heal that even though he's taking all the damage from the Nether Ward, he's going to be disengaging just fine, and no one dies, even though the RP gets committed. That's pretty annoying. Another Crepify flying out. In terms of Mr. Pycat here, he is super close to that Battle Fury, and that is very worrisome, right? Not only your Anti-Mage is farming like crazy, he's also going for the Battle Fury, so he's going for a full-on great build. And this Lycan, you know, he's okay-ish in farm, but they were only able to find one tier 1 tower for now. Quickfa does try and get on top of Jarex's here. The Battery Assault will zone the little wolf down, but with this card, it looks like Quickfa is very interested in pressuring this, and even with that shield into the tower, Alliance will find another tier 1 after, you know, a lot of commitment. And while your tier 2 tower in the bottom lane loses about half HP with no response whatsoever from Alliance. Let's check everyone's items here. It looks like Crystal Maiden doesn't really have much to her name. The Lycan is going for the standard Necro 3, already has one. Alright, Jarex with his Battery Assault here actually stops Alliance's advancements. And now Jarex trying to disengage here, does get that little Frost Shield from the Lich, and keeps on disengaging. Taiga looking for the clap, actually never commits it, and at the same time it looks like Seb was trying to get a stack going here, but he doesn't really get it because Alliance were being very unnerving. Nice bounty rune snatch by Alliance here, but it looks like they will be able to find you on side of OG once the Anti-Mage actually moves towards that spot. Dobson will keep on forcing here the tier 2 very low HP, and there is a couple of heroes around. They have Windlace and Tranquil Boost onto this Taiga Brewmaster here. The Cider Brew will not land onto Thompson, but the Clapper will finally go. Their ward is going to be laid down. It looks like they are trying to get on top of the Skelly Boy. Nice life drain into the Decrepified Dazzle. Still, not only Thompson will fall, Box is not even forced to commit his wave. You do commit the shapeshift here. Koikwa doesn't chase much, just forms the cogs, and now they could just go for a tier 1 here. Maybe they could go Roche. Not really sure what's their plan. Alright, so Alliance moving forward. They will claim this tier 1 tower. It doesn't look like OG have the resources to stop this. Intermission does find a haste here, and he has Battle Fury as well as in power, but looks like he's just going to be farming for now. Could maybe pressure bottom if he wants, or maybe cut the wave. He does have the Battle Fury plus. Oh, he's going to find a career as well. One hit is going to be enough to take the recipe from a 4-step on the side of Alliance, as he actually cuts up the wave as well. And now OG, they're trying to collapse onto Alliance. They want to... Oh, nice double RP here with Sab. Okay, they get the screw back. Nicely done. Nice freezing food zoning them out here, but it looks like they will find both the Anti-Mage and the Lich. Buyback from the Lich, in fact. And they only find Shadowfin for now. Boxy is very low HP, but he's just going to be fine. Oh, no, Jax, he finds it. And with the cogs, that is a double kill for Thompson. The Blink Dagger onto the Pugna already paying off. So they do trade 3 for 2 with a buyback onto the Lich. That's... I guess the worst part is that the Anti-Mage actually decided to fight this. They were already able to cut the wave, and the fact that he just went in and died was pretty costly for them. I think the Requiem of Souls actually ended up killing the Anti-Mage. Not really sure what happened there. He even has 4 points in Counterspell. Actually, 3 points in Counterspell. Ends up falling. So... the Dire Scan gets committed here. It will get vision off the little wolf. The center gets laid down. The missile given vision, Jax. You know, baits that hookshot, but that is a level 10 Lycan. I'm pretty sure a level 7 Jarex can't really handle so much bestiality on the side of Alliance. Jarex will move. He's going to be scattered by the wolf. And Taiga quickly commits the clap. The wolf's blocking Jax's path. He does have cogs available, but he's being body blocked by those wolves. And do they have enough damage? The Shadow Wave flies out. Oh, nice cogs zones Taiga, but the wolves keep on chasing. Can they actually find this clockwork? It looks like Jarex is going to be fine. Taiga still looking for a clap, but he doesn't have the 4-step recipe that he wanted to get, so not going to be able to get there. Alright, in the bottom lane, we do see Bycat farming once again. Level 13 with that Empower, so he just 2-hit creep waves right now. The difference in farm between the Lycan and the Anti-Mage is already very, very apparent, and it's just going to increase tenfold because his Anti-Mage is just cruising the map. He has no fear. They don't really have a lot of catch for him. Let's see. The Crystal Maiden has 3 points in Frostbite, so that is one way that they can actually find the Crystal Maiden. She's going for this move speed build so she can close the gap onto the Anti-Mage. But even then, I think it's going to be very hard for Alliance to capture. I mean, unless Pycat actually throws him in, like himself in in front of everyone on the side of Alliance, it's going to be pretty hard for him to die. You do get some vision here with Missile Alliance. They have 3 heroes trying to set up around this area. Taiga still doesn't have any form of gap close. Will get vision of Sab. The clap, actually, the Shockwave gets committed first. The Cyber Drill is there, and they will get both Poison Touch and the Frostbite onto Sab. He is trying to TP away, and he does not die. Alright, so pretty good move there by Brewmaster, being super patient. I'm sorry, from the Magnus, being super patient with his TP out. He is super tanky, thanks to the Crimson Guard, as well as these Vlads that it looks like he's going for. Alright, Pycat going for his tower. Double Raise gets committed here, and the Shadow Fiend will repel them. But he goes for a straight up BKB. This boy here doesn't have any mobility items. There's no way he can lock down the Anti-Mage. You know, while I understand why he's going BKB, this looks so hard for them to fight. Oh, actually, the Wolves block the hookshot here coming from Jarex. He tries to close the gap with the battery assault. He's not going to find anything. And, OG, they're just mobilizing some heroes here, but they don't care. All they care about is Pycat farming. He's been doing a great job so far. The Manta is pretty close to completion here. And he doesn't even need the Empower to farm anymore. It's nice if he has it, but it just allows OG to be fighting as 4, just looking for kills as often as possible. Taiga will find Jarex here. Nice sidestep from those cogs, and they are trying to keep Jarex away. And that is one of the deficiencies from the Alliance draft. The only cancel that they have, besides when Brewmaster actually commits Primal Split, is the Frostbite. And this is super costly on the side of Alliance. OG, they've been using that Frostbite cooldown to its utmost potential, it looks like. Pugna already has a Meme Hammer as well as a Blink Dagger with the Aether Lens, so he has a lot of cast range onto his spells. And Mikey just farming it up here, gets level 15. He actually doesn't go for... Alright, so this is the first time I've seen this. He's going for the Aura Effect building. So they want to go for this push strat. We were talking about it. For now, they were very unsuccessful with the push strat. In fact, the gold... the win percentage here is about 90%. They will commit a smoke here, trying to set up on the side of OG. They will ping the Lich out. Do they have the Frostbite control here? The Razes are going to fly out, and they will find no tail. This is a double kill for Mikey. Can they utilize this window to actually get another tower? They do not have the Lycan with them for now, but he is moving quickly towards the tower, and they will try and go for this. They do have that minus armor onto the tower, so that's -5, putting this tower at 9 armor. As it happens though, Anti-Mage is already pushing the top lane. They will try and go all in immediately. He nice the Crepify onto the Lycan. He doesn't have a BKB, and the Nether Ward coming from the Pugna is being super fast. Thompson will get taken down. He's gonna buy back, just trying his best to defend this. They will get a Crimson Guard onto the towers, making the buildings a little bit tankier. But with this Brewmaster being around, it looks like they're just gonna try and go balls deep for the tower in the top lane. Anti-Mage trying to go for the same play. The melee barracks are falling. Alliance will claim the first melee barracks, and now they are on full retreat mode. But it looks like the Anti-Mage was able to get a melee barrack set of his own. They cancel the TP on the Shadow Queen. Nicely done there by Jarex. Nice RP cancels. Actually does not cancel the Reclam of Souls, and with the BKB, Mikey actually doesn't care much about that spell. Sab trying to battle it out. It looks like he will just shred the poor Pugna. He dies back. Thompson, when it matters, he is not going to deliver here. They get good Mana Void. Nice rotation by Pycat. Can he go for more? The Shadow Fiend is already dead, and Quickplay is going to be next. It looks like they do have that shield, and the damage is going through the roof here with the Empower. Anti-Mage is just shredding the roof. It will commit a smoke. Not sure if they want to go for Roshan, but he does get pinged out. I think this is OG's plan. Alright, so let's see how fast they can actually pull this off. Alright. Pycat with his Manta going straight up Scotty looks like. Now that Mana Break is not an orb, or Scotty is not an orb anymore. This is pretty effective. We don't really have any chasing potential on the Anti-Mage besides Basher. This international now doesn't work. Out here, Jarex is buying time as OG claims Roshan. They will get a good Frost Blast, and the hookshot away. Pretty poggers there by Jarex. They will try and jump in with the Anti-Mage. He tries to jump in with the Spell Shield. He doesn't counterspell the Frostbite, so he will be forced to commit the Manta. Blinks away once again. It looks like Jarex does get taken down by the Necro 3 from Koipa. Another, oh my lord, the damage with that Shadow Wave is insane, but the Anti-Mage will be able to blink out. That bad juju starts to add up, and you have to be super careful. We'll commit the Shrine over here. In terms of win percentage, it's still pretty high on the side of OG, but we do see Alliance riffing a little bit. They finally get one lane of barracks, but they will have to withstand these ages that OG has for 4 minutes still. Alright, Quickfa gets his level 14 right here. He will be spotted by Sab, and there is a lot of OG moves right here. Quickfa, the RP is gonna be there. You're just gonna shred the double damage. Anti-Mage just shreds 4-0 Quickfa here, and it looks like Pycat is going to keep on pushing. There is no tier 2s on the side of OG, so I wonder if they can go for something like this. You just push the top lane, and then you collapse in the middle lane with that empowered double damage. Look at that. He's just one-shotting the creep wave right here. This is insane. But yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to force that much. They will, though, claim this top shrine here with the Anti-Mage. Alright. The first shrine does fall. And we do see OG trying to set up here for some bounty runes in this bottom side. They will actually get 4 bounty runes. So that is OG just completely dominating the map right now. And let's see how much they can actually do with these ages. Okay, so Pycat gets his level 20. The talent is going to be the cooldown, so he goes for the agility. He does get the... Alright, the spell shield trying to prevent the frostbite from Crystal Maiden to being cast. Double force that coming through. He doesn't reflect the poison touch, but he really wants the Crystal Maiden. Nice grave, buying time. The frostbite is there, meant to dispel, and the Ancient Mage will blink away, showing that Alliance actually team fight super well. They will get a good hook shot onto Insania, but the Clockwork dies before he can find that kill. This is not a good fight for OG, and they're already on retreat mode. No Tail gets that spell shield, but it looks like Quickbot just wants the booty of No Tail, and the damage will be there, especially with the dispel. No Tail will be shred to pieces. At the same time, we do see Taiga here still holding on to that Primal Split. So even with the Aegis, OG ends up engaging poorly. Oh, okay, Anti-Mage actually blinks here. Insania in a weird spot, but there's no vision from OG since this is the high ground. They get a good sentry. Alliance will not pursue, and OG will also disengage. Alright, they're gonna lay a sentry right here. The Quick Icon, already level 15, gets himself the cooldown reduction talent. So let's check Alliance's items here. It looks like Crystal Maiden finally finishes her Force Staff, and it looks like the Dazzle already has his, and it looks like the Shadow Fiend is going for a Side of Ice. Still going to take a while until he has the cooldown reduction to make better use of the Side of Ice, but still pretty good item versus the Anti-Mage, especially when you already have the BKB, so the counter spell is not going to affect you. The Lich with Tranquil Boots and a Medallion, the Anti-Mage with the Skadi already done, Aegis in hand. It looks like that's an RP. Okay, they don't find the skewer back. Mikey will pop his own BKB, and OG once again going for some weird engagement. Nice stun from that center, and they will get the Frost Blast on the Anti-Mage. They're gonna lift him into the air, and it looks like No Tail pops. That's actually the Crepify from the Pugna. He's going to disengage with the race, finally finds the kill. Magnus being completely disengaged from the fight because of the Brewmaster. Now Anti-Mage trying to battle the mana drain from those Necros. He still has the Aegis, and he will try to disengage Taiga with the clap. He will get a good shockwave here, zoning them out. Mimi Hammer just being committed into the trees. And Mike looking for Seb. Can he get another raise right here? The right clicks from the Lycan are going to be enough. OG slowly but surely get completely manhandled by the side of OG. Thompson looking for a Crystal Maiden kill. They're gonna find it, but that is just a support. OG, what is happening here? They will get a tier 3, and it looks like Mr. Pycat is looking for some place. He's gonna drop the counter spell right there, looking for Taiga, but he will just farm with it. Thompson 4 steps away, and it looks like they even commit a glyph on the side of Alliance to mitigate the damage from that Meteor Hammer. Thompson.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
So at the end of the day, that's a 6,000 gold lead. DRP missing ends up, dropping the win probability a little bit. We are approaching the 75% mark once again, and Pycat just trying his best here to get more items. The butterfly seems to be his next item of choice. Brewmaster wants to get himself some of the lads. Thompson just dancing around here. Looks like they know. There's vision. Oh, the Meme Hammer from Thompson. He was expecting the Shadow Fiend to walk forward. That was going to be a pretty pog play if he finds it. But they knew there was vision there, and he just goes to the ward. He will drop a smoke gank on the side of OG. And the lines are pretty clear. They wanna do something in the bottom lane, or maybe not. They just wanna go here. They will get vision of the Mao. Okay, nice. RP does find the BKB Shadow Fiend, but the Grave will buy time for Mikey to at least commit that Recognosis. He pops his one, he pops the Shadow Wave. Is it enough damage? No, it's not, because the Mana Void will find it here. Now Boxy being chased down by that Skadi. Nice Grave TP away, but the Skewer is going to be there, and this Dazzle will also fall. That is a mega kill streak for the Anti-Mage. Buyback onto the Brewmaster. They do have buyback on the other two heroes on the side of Alliance, and if they want to defend this set of barracks, they're gonna need it because they don't have a glyph anymore. In power, going to be committed. The little dance from Sab. They just wanna go and get another set of barracks. Let's see if Pycat just move forward. He's going to drop the spell shield, waiting for some sort of spell. He will get a good Meme Hammer right here, dealing damage. The Wolf trying to break that reward. Is it going to be enough? Nice counter spell right here. The Manta to blink away, and they buy back the Shadow Fiend. So OG now just wants to disengage. No Tail. He's gonna be found. He will die to the damage of that Shadow Wave. They are looking for more. Can they at least lift Mr. Jaraxy? Yes, they can, and this is going to be a second. Only 2 supports, but still, it looks like Alliance, they do punch back, and they do defend their melee barracks at the end, although they did spend the buyback for it. Well, the Anti-Mage, 21,000 gold. This boy is mega farmed, already very close to that butterfly we were talking about. Level 22, in terms of talents here, Crystal Maiden still doesn't have the level 15 talent. The Lycan didn't really get many levels. Shadow Fiend approaching the level 21, probably gonna get the Shadow Rays damage, I assume. Since he's not right clicking that much. And now Dazzle, going for the cast range, already level 15, has the cooldown reduction here. And the Brewmaster, still not level 15, unfortunately. The Lich, only level 10. I mean, only the level 10 talent. Alright, blink forward. Do find Boxy here. The Scotty slowing that bad boy down. Pops up the Manta. And now looking for Boxy once again. The Force Staff with the Grave. Another Force Staff. And it looks like Mr. Box is going to be fine. Even though they did commit a lot of heroes to actually save the Dazzle. Dire Scan looking for the Shadow Fiend. And they know exactly that Mikey is there. Will they force this? They do clear the Crypt Wave here. But they don't have a Crypt Wave to dispel, to take out the backdoor protection. Now they will actually bait Jarek's here while No Tail stays in the high ground. So maybe they're expecting the Shadow Fiend to go for a YOLO play. He does have a Blink Dagger. So let's see if they can actually pull it off. It doesn't look like the Shadow Fiend is that confident in going for a play. He just probably wants to control the wave since this is a super lane, a lane of super creeps. He's just hiding here. Jarex will find him. Mikey has the Blink Dagger. Gets cancelled by the missile. BKB popped onto the Shadow Fiend. They will cancel. I mean, they will stun him for BKB, but now without any other cancels, Shadow Fiend is going to be fine. Middle lane, he find the Frostbite, goes to tops and force step away, and now counter spell as the Anti-Mage tries to fight the Brewmaster. He will get a good network here, but Tops is just taking so much damage, even if the Life Drain is going to be taken down, and that is the first casualty of this fight. Going to lift the Anti-Mage here. There is a Jarex to back him up, but with no hook shot, he's not that strong, and he will disengage, which means OG, they lose their mid hero once again. 12,000 gold, the win percentage pretty high actually. So yeah, they lose Thompson, but it looks like they still have a pretty good control of the game. Roshan is finally up, so OG could potentially look for a little buyback. It looks like the fight grew up. Freezing Field is being channeled by Insania here. Nice position by him. The Dazzle will fall. They do commit a counterspell. They try to go for a Quick Foot, but the Crystal Maiden is going to be the first target. The Life Ring with the Decrepify as Quick Foot tries to take the Nether Ward. He's going to be Sinister Gaze towards the Lich, and I don't know how, but Alliance, they were able to find that fight with no RP. Like, the RP still won. I have no idea how that fight even began. But now they just move forward. Pyket with the Empower and the double damage, by the way. So this is going to fall super quickly. They do have another Glyph and some buybacks. But the question is, can they actually do anything? Finally commit the buyback onto the Lycan as OG faked. They were going for tier 4. And it looks like they still want to hang around. They do have the double damage as we talked about, just zoning the entirety of OG. He finds the range barracks in that top side of the map. And now Pyket moves towards his bottom side here. They do have Crystal Maiden responding right now, but with no Brewmaster or Dazzle, I have no idea how they're going to take this fight. The blink forward, they find a Shadow Fiend, no buyback onto him. This looks like a pretty clear GG, and he gets called by Mikey. Alright guys, so this is game 1 between Alliance and OG. OG, they do find the win this time, and it looks like Alliance, they have their backs against the wall. Guys, if you enjoyed the casting, make sure to follow me on Twitch and to subscribe on YouTube if you're watching there. Thank you all for being here, and we will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes once they are ready for a game 2. Get ready. Do not exit the stream because we're going to be casting the entire thing. So, yeah, hope you guys are doing okay. And I'm just going to get some water here, rehydrate, and I'll be right back.
I've been lost, and I've been calling on my ghost. I put it to rest because I'm coming home, coming home. Oh, and I've been carried, I've been dragged, and
not the victim of this love affair. You can make me go away. I don't really care if it's getting fair. I just wanna love you, babe. You got me around your finger. You got me in a twisted state of love, but I refuse to see it. Yeah, you can turn me upside down, turn my heart inside out, but I am never giving up. Do it again, let's do it again. Sleep is for the dead and love is for the weak. Yeah, play me till I repeat and fade. Yeah, you can turn me upside down. Do it again, let's do it again. Yeah, you were what I need, don't you understand? We were made to fall in love. Give me what I ask, let me hold your hand. Baby, you just have to know. You got me around your finger. You got me in a twisted state of love, but I refuse to see it. Yeah, you can turn me upside down, turn my heart inside out, but I am never giving up. Do it again, let's do it again. Sleep is for the dead and love is for the weak. Yeah, play me till I repeat and fade. Yeah, you can turn me upside down. Do it again, let's do it again. Yeah, give it to me, give it to me. Just do it again. Give it to me, give it to me. Yeah. Yeah, you can turn me upside down, turn my heart inside out, but I never giving up. Yeah, do it again. Sleep is for the dead and love is for the weak. Yeah, play me till I repeat and fade. You can turn me upside down. Do it again, let's do it again. Give it to me, give it to me. Just do it again.
Don't stop, turn off the lights. Nauseous when I wake up. Don't quit, I fell for you. Don't break it in two. Long time before I knew us two would follow through. Hold out, don't give it up. Good things can come to those who wait. 'Cause you make me feel like this is for real, and I want you till dreams grow on the moon. If you're a falling star, I wanna fall with you. I want you till it falls out the sun. It's standing up for you, it's standing up for you. Standing up, standing up for you. Standing up, standing up for you. Break down when we're apart. Too far, I'm in the dark. Now don't fold my foolish heart, and don't wait for magic sparks. Make it work, although we get stuck on the low. Breathe out, we can't forget. Hurts like a bayonet. 'Cause you make me feel we're in this for real. And I want you till trees grow on the moon. If you're a falling star, I wanna fall with you. I want you till it falls out the sun. It's standing up for you. It's standing up for you. Standing up. Standing up for you. Standing up. Standing up for you. And all I need is reassurance. All for you. Long time. All for you. I want you till trees grow. You're a falling star.
Greetings and salutations. With offense, this is game 2 between OG and Alliance. Hopefully you guys are having a blast, because I am having definitely a blast. And now we have a game 2, the rematch. It looks like OG, they do start ahead. They have 1-0 over Alliance. So yeah, let's see how Alliance is going to adapt, which heroes they think are necessary. Let me take the music out, by the way. Alright, so here we are. Okay. D.Bowie, do something about these guys. Yeah, you are a dumb cunt
10 seconds
fan game.
remaining.
You just admitted it. Thanks.
5
Huh.
seconds remaining.
What is happening, guys? What is happening?
Turn to ban.
I cannot ban anyone right now. I don't have the means. I don't have the chat control. But if it's too annoying, just mute them, guys, and yeah, we're gonna be fine. So on one side we have OG here. They take the PA again. They feel like Alliance's success was solely due to the PA. They tried to ban. I remember they tried to ban the Magnus in one of the games, OG, and then they won with PA one more time. So this time OG, they're like, yeah, let's just take the PA and leave the Magnus. It definitely worked game 1, and I wonder if Alliance, if they're gonna go back for that Magnus at all. Alliance, they actually removed the Draw Ranger here from Thompson. It looks like he's been spamming that hero lately. Heard it is pretty good. And OG, they actually removed both the Magnus and the PA this time. And Alliance, they're gonna have to first pick the Ball of Lightning. The Mr. Io here. Not really sure what Alliance's plan is, but definitely a hero that didn't saw a lot of play in this patch. I guess, I mean, most of the time it is being banned. But I wonder how Alliance is going to pair this up. What is their plan? For now, we can just presume.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay.
5 seconds remaining.
D.Bowie, did you read the chat in YouTube?
OG.
Yes.
Turn to pick.
Dusk.
All right. So the Tusk is going to be a response from the OG. I did saw No Tail playing the Tusk. I wonder if it's going to be the same thing. If this Wyvern is going to be a 4 or a 5. But most likely the 2 supports on the side of OG. You know, Winter Wyvern offlane used to be popular, but it doesn't seem to be the case anymore. And do you pick the pairing with the IO right now? Or do you just, I mean, so they pick 2 counters for the IO, right? The first one is the Tusk. You just close the gap onto him with the Snowball. The other one is the fact that you can kill the IO constantly throughout the game as long as the IO and the partner are close enough so that the Winter's Curse kills the little ball. So OG, they're probably satisfied with what happened here. They knew they were going to give the IO away. And Brewmaster once again gets snatched by Alliance. I wonder if this is going to be a boxy Brewmaster or if it's going to be a Taiga like last game. Didn't really feel the impact of the Brewmaster, to be honest. You know, he was frontlining and stuff, but, you know, as a position 4, you don't really get that much impact as a Brewmaster a lot of the times, unless you're using the Brewmaster to deal with illusions, to deal, like, with a particular counter. But it was not the case. They third picked that Brewmaster, or maybe second pick, and it didn't feel super good for me, at least for me. Alright, so Gyro is taken out by OG since they still
OGs
have to pick
turn
their
to ban.
counter there. I'm sorry, their pairing with the IO. To be fair, it could be a Brewmaster carry. Who knows? I saw Burning played it. Morphling gets taken out by Alliance. Interesting, you know. Maybe they're gonna go for a hero that the Morphling deals pretty well with. And now OG after
10
taking the
seconds
Gyro, what is
remaining.
the other pairing you're afraid? Maybe a CK, maybe something like a
5
Slark
seconds
could be pretty deadly. Not really sure what OG is going to pick as a carry, but let's see what are they afraid of when it comes to IO pairings. Okay. They're
OGs
taking their
turn
time. They're
to
going to
pick.
remove the Antimago. So they think that they don't have enough lockdown for that hero. They did show a pretty good anti-mage. So they end up taking the hero out. And guys, I'm just going to open my window here. It's way too hot. I'm starting to die in my room. Just a second.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team
Alright, so
pick.
we are back. And the Senkrugen, going to be OG's pick here. Probably a low-key, very strong hero. Like in Heimar pubs, you see Senking all the time. But I didn't saw a lot of people saying, oh, Senking is broken now, or Senking is too strong. But I think this guy is going to do a lot of work here. It is an instant cast point, also more mobility to get on top of that IO. And yeah, just a pretty
5
good team
seconds
fighting hero.
remaining.
Most likely going to be Sab. I guess that is one of the weaknesses of this pick. It's just very obvious that the Sand King is going to be played in the third position. Yeah, let's see what's the response on the side of Alliance.
OG's turn to pick.
Alright, the little bird. Not really the pairing that you expect with an IO. I guess if you can like double heal, right? Because the Sunray is gonna heal both the IO that heals the carry, and then the Sunray heals the carry as well. So that is like triple heal or something. But at the same time, I don't know. Not sure what I think about the Phoenix here. That probably
5
gives away
seconds
that this is a
remaining.
core Brewmaster, but I mean, it could definitely be Tyga's Phoenix as well with the offlane brew. Yeah, there's some confusion here. You don't really know exactly how they're gonna lane. Maybe they feel like the Sand King versus Brewmaster matchup is hard if they actually try and pair it up. I mean, I think it's actually pretty easy for the Sand King to actually get Caustic now because the Brewmaster's evasion is not as good. I wonder. Now for OG, they are waiting for their fourth pick here. Very good PL game for OG. I don't think so. Maybe they pick PL, but you know, against the Brewmaster is gonna destroy your illusions in the early game. Diffusal Blade is not really good versus IO or Phoenix, and they're gonna get a Guggernaut. So the hero can dispel the Fire Spirits. Already got a super buff in terms of attack speed, and you know, those agility cores are just super strong right now. They also have the Wyvern on their team, which means there's no Code Embrace counter that Alliance could go for. So yeah, it's looking solid,
10
I would say.
seconds remaining.
They don't have that much control on the Brewmaster.
5 seconds remaining.
But in lane, I think the Juggernaut actually lanes super well versus the Brewmaster. If they cannot pair Jugger versus Brew, the Sand King versus Brew, the Jugger is just going to do as fine. Now, Alliance, what are you going for? So they probably like a carry and a mid. So do they pick the carry since they already saw the Jugger here? Or do they pick a mid? I think you have to pick carry. I'm pretty sure you have to pick carry. Draw Ranger was also already removed. The Morphling as well. What would you pick in a game like this? Maybe... So this could be both off lane, which would give Brewmaster carry position, or maybe they're just picking mid. They're like, whatever happens, we want to have a Dragonite in the middle lane. We think that you guys might ban this, but maybe it is safe lane Dragonite. I mean, who knows? The HP region is okay versus the Sand King, but I wouldn't say, you know, this is the best matchup. Like, Dragonite is already not a conventional carry, and then you pick Dragonite into the Sand King. That is not even that good of a matchup. So yeah, maybe it could be carry Brewmaster. I mean, who knows? In terms of OG here, do you ban a carry again, or do you ban a mid? You do have last pick, so OG can probably ban whatever they want, because at least they're gonna have the ability to counter Alliance's pick as their 5th pick here. 4 Strength Heroes. Yeah, that is true. We do have 4 Strength Heroes. So maybe a Timbersaw wouldn't be bad on the side of OG, although Thompson, I'm not sure if Thompson plays Timbersaw. And it is pretty obvious right now that Thompson's hero is still to be decided. So now OG, they have to, they have to think whether that Dragonite is going to be mid or not. And they do take a Slark. So they are afraid of that little leash preventing the Snowball, preventing the Burrow Strike from the Sand King. So the supports, usually you think of Tusk and Sand King actually pretty good versus the Slark, but the interaction between the heroes changed completely. And now Alliance, what would you take down here? In terms of Thompson heroes, there's still the Scarif Mage available. There's still the Mid-Tide Hunter that I've seen him play. Dazzle, completely ignored, so they could play Mid-Dazzle here. There's just a lot of options on the side of OG for Thompson heroes. The Invoker is available too. They have some decent lockdown here. The Shards, the Burrow Strike, the Winter's Curse, into Sunstrike. They have a decent amount, but maybe Juggernaut Invoker, too greedy. They're already against a lot of teamfighting heroes. Alliance needs Lina. Nah, considering, I think that is actually a mid DK. I think they just picked mid DK here, and they're gonna try and withstand whatever wonky hero that Thompson picks for himself. They do remove the Monkey King, and I think that is a good ban, because that shows indeed that this is mid Dragonite, and the Monkey King is maybe a matchup that they were worried about. So what do you pick here? Do you get the Scarif Mage? Not that great versus the Luna. She's gonna get a Manta eventually. She's gonna get a BKB. So you have this very narrow window to go for Scarif Mage, but they're gonna go with the Ember Spirit from Mr. Thompson. So let's go, guys. This is game 2 between OG and Alliance. Thank you very much for watching this stream. If you're here for the first time, make sure to follow on Twitch and to subscribe on YouTube. Maybe if you can sub on Twitch, I don't mind, but it's all right. Let's get going here. All right, so you guys can vote for who is winning this game based on to the draft. So just go ham, guys. Who is winning game 2? You type 1 for OG and you type 2 for Alliance. You have to be on Twitch, by the way, if you want to vote. So drop here as fast as you can. All right. OG draft looks more clean. I mean, it's okay. I think they lack a little bit of push. Juggernaut's the only hero that actually pushes well. Whereas Alliance, they have a Dragonite Luna. So, they need to win less fights to win the game, for sure. OG, though, they do have a lot of team fight outs. The Epicenter, the Winter's Curse. The tag team is also, pretty good with the Juggernaut. I guess Tusk and Jugger, probably a pretty good combination now. They're already very synergistic, because Shard block into the Blade Fury is amazing. And you have the Snowball anyways. But besides that, the fact that you can actually get the tag team and just right-click with the Jugger is also pretty good. I mean, invitations to follow are kind of the Stan Kent of Twitch streams. I don't understand what you mean. like the Ember, but I haven't seen a good game from this hero from Mind Control. So active from Mind Control. I'm not sure what you're talking about. But yeah, guys, thank you all for voting. It looks like, once again, we don't have that many votes. But Alliance this time has the... Actually, no. OG has the upper hand. Let's take it down. And the game is about to begin, boys. So stay tuned. So let's check the players here, just so we know who's playing who. I don't want directed camera. Thank you. So Sab playing the Sand King. It's going to be Jerx's Winter Wyvern, the Tusk from Noteo, the Juggernaut from Pycat, and the Ember Spirit from Thompson. On the side of Alliance, this is going to be position 5 Phoenix with a position 3 Brewmaster. So this is the support Io from Taiga, and now the Dragonite from Quickfire, as well as Mike's Luna. So that Luna is going to be playing the middle lane. So that is the twist. That is the twist. When you saw the Luna, everyone, including me, was like, okay, that is carry Luna. Nope. It looks as Mike K is going to play this against that Ember. How is this matchup even? So, alright, so how much damage do you get here? You get 75 and 150. So one Lucent Bean is not going to be able to take neither the Flame Guard. Actually, it takes level... No, it doesn't. It doesn't take level 1 or level 2 Flame Guard, which makes... Flame Guard pretty good here, but they will be against the dual lane. It looks like the Io already setting up here with their Luna. No, what's happening? I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I said that Luna was going mid. I mean, it's... Quickfoot was playing the Lycan in the last game, right? Am I crazy? What's Quickfoot? I think... Okay, I actually closed Dota after that game, so I cannot know for sure. So I was like, alright, Quickfoot is playing carry. But anyways, Mikey is going to be sent here to the offlane with that Io, and it looks like he will just drop a ward right here. Noteo with that tag team getting on top of Boxy, and they do a lot of damage here before he approaches the tier 1 tower. Noteo will take 1 tower. Alright, in terms of classes here, we're gonna have a pretty standard Dragon Knight versus Ember lane. Alright, Bycat just goes for the boop. And Boxy just chilling here. It looks like Sab is having an okay lane here. 2 and 0 versus the 1 and 1 for Mike. I mean, the fact that you give stats for the IO is actually pretty good. Sab already committing those annoying caustic canals here. And Mike just being zoned out. In terms of kill potential, I think this lane is actually pretty good. You have the slow from the Wyvern as well as the Blade Fury from the Juggernaut to get on top of that Brewmaster. There's not much he can do about that. In this lane, you do have Io Luna. You know, they do harass quite a bit, but I don't think they actually have like proper kill potential with those heroes. Maybe the Sand King plus Tusk is a better combination in terms of finding a kill, especially if it's not the Io, because he can always feather away. Quickfoot just booping the Ember Spirit once again here, Thompson. Having a pretty decent start here, 8-1 versus 7-2 from Quickfoot. We do see a Phoenix here just chilling around. It looks like she is waiting for the creeps to respawn. Maybe go for a pull or scout the runes. This is going to be an illusion rune that Alliance actually has vision thanks to this ward. But Thompson quickly moving there. Can the bird stop the Ember? He can't, and Thompson finds himself that rune. Doesn't have bottle just now, but it's going to be okay. Okay. Yeah, pretty slow game to be fair. Looks like the early game from these teams is usually not as high tempo as some other teams. Noteo though does find the Luna right here. The slow is not going to land on Mike, and they decide not to move forward. It looks like the Tusk is saving for a skill point. Could get the shards or the snowball, but for now, we don't know. The Fire Spirit's being committed here by the bird, and Pyke is playing super aggressive here. It looks like he wanted to get himself boots, but he gets Lucent Bean in the face. Noteo gets clipped by those Fire Spirits. The Splinter Blast going out, but for now, just a lot of harass here. Nice shards onto that Luna. The Blade Fury is going to come through. Do they have enough damage? It looks like they don't. Taiga might die. The Lucent Bean those top Spike at moving forward. And now with that slow coming from the Icarus dive, nice Splinter Blast, Zonia Alliance away. And it looks like the Jugger will survive as well. A lot of fighting, but no kills. Another tag team being committed. He looks like Insania is going to be the focus of OG this time. Splinter Blast flies out, but Insania with... he doesn't even have a stick. I don't know how he regens so much, but he survives, and that is first blood for Alliance. Another Splinter Blast just being super pesky, but overall, it looks like Alliance, they do get the first kill here in this lane, and that's pretty good. The hero that got the gold is actually the carry, so that is one of the best feelings in the world as a carry. You just get first blood, you get that very, very quickly set of boots, so maybe Wraith Bands, not Aquilus, because RIP. But I remember fondly of those days. It looks like Mike here will be farming just fine in terms of last hits and denies here. The Luna 17-2, not a lot of last hits, but with that first blood probably top of the net. The Emperor is farming pretty decently here, 27-3, and the Sand King is pretty much tied with that hero now that the Brewmaster is by himself. We did talk about this matchup. It's not easy for the Brew because he needs to stay pretty far away. And even if he draws aggro, sometimes he can actually take damage as he approaches. OG trying to contest the pull here from Insania. They don't really focus the range creep, but Io gets there slightly too late, doesn't find the deny. Thompson just farming a medium camp here. One of the... Look at... Usually, you know, this hero doesn't really farm the jungle super fast if he doesn't have Flame Guard, but with the Wraith Band build, it looks like even Embers are actually going for it. He has Fred selected as his next item, and Alliance, they just keep on pulling the creeps here, OG. They're trying to sap some experience, but they did zone... they did zone Alliance away in a manner that they actually got all 4 bounty runes on the side of OG. Good sharp block here, but Insania, he will be able to disengage. No snowball committed from the Tusk. They probably felt like it was a little bit too risky to just move blindly to their jungle. And Mikey, already going for his second Wraith Band here, has a lot of items in his inventory. Actually drops the... I guess he ate the branch to get a faster duration, better duration tango. We'll try and engage here, Alliance and the Phoenix. There's not a lot of mana onto the Io, so it looks like this game is just going to be pretty slow for now. The Sand King, though, farming like crazy. Already level 6, Boxy getting close, but it looks like the experience war definitely being won on the side of the Sand King here in this lane. The damage, oh look at that, the fact that you can just attack, you can use the Sandstorm to pocket caustics faster, so good. Nice Blade Fury right here, trying to chase for the Luna. It doesn't look like they have the damage. He actually mans up with that Io overcharge, and Pycat now, the center of attention, so low HP, can he survive? They commit a glyph. Even the healing ward being committed is not enough to actually save that Juggernaut. They will repel Alliance. OG No-Tail trying to get on top of Taiga. The tag team gets committed, but not enough damage. All his level 1 spells are not that great, and it looks like the Io will be able to disengage just fine.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay. Another Splinter Blast flying out. The Io getting completely removed from the lane pretty much. Shard block. Icarus dive away. Nice Lucent being on to No-Tail, and he's being slowed down by that pesky little ghost lady. They will try and get the snowball here onto Taiga, but the Lucent Beam is going to find another kill. The aggression from OG once again gets punished, and as they try to burst that little ball of lightning down, it looks like he's just getting stronger and stronger. Another Splinter Blast will find Taiga. And finally, OG, they hit the scoreboard. And it's Jarex that gets it with that beautifully laid out Splinter Blast. The middle lane, we do see Quico here with Dragonite Illusion, it looks like. Comes the Dragonite once again. And Thompson just shows up once Quico out of his lane. Let's see if he can get a good... Searing Chains here. He doesn't look like the Dragonite wants to stay too long to find that out. They will get a good snowball hit. And Io, the shard actually is off the mark, so very uncharacteristic mistake by No-Tail. And OG would just disengage one more time. They do have a small gold lead, and in terms of win percentage, it is that even. Gaben thinks that both the Lunar and the Juggernaut have an equal chance of winning. That is feminism right there. Jarex does get Lucent Beam, and they find a kill here. The healing ward gets taken down by the Io. They don't find the damage. Maybe they will. Juggernaut is going to be repelled away. Oh, nice. Fire Spirits, it does get him right in the butt, but it doesn't seem to be enough damage. 55 HP, and it looks like Pycat is going to make it through that one. What's up with the sound? The sound is okay. Am I crazy?
Radiant's middle tower is under
well,
attack.
I don't know. I only use IO back then in the battle cups. Okay. Dragon Knight pops the dragon form. A lot of damage coming through. Thompson is a level ahead of the Dragon Knight. Doesn't really commit the Searing Chain. He's actually going for the physical damage build, so only has 1 point in the Searing Chain. It's quite interesting that he opts for that in the top lane. You see the snowball here onto Micah. Doesn't have the Eclipse, but the Lucent Beam once again zoning the side of OG away. They commit the Cone Embrace onto Note. Do they have enough time to actually fight? Healing Ward trying to buy time for him, but it's not gonna be enough, and the Healing Ward gets farmed by Insania. Another pretty poor fight here in the tri lane from Alliance, proving to be very hard to actually chew through. They've been so aggressive on the side of OG, and every time it looks like Alliance win, and the next time is harder and harder. Mr. Noteo in the middle lane. Quick, and they get a good short block. They will. Now they pop the tag team. Quick, but trying to go up the high ground, but he can't. Flame Guard. Where's the Searing Chains from Thompson? There he is. A Sleight of Fist available. Level 8 Boxy here. And he has that Primal Split, so they need to be very careful. They hold on to their ultimates. No, finally, the Dragon Knight pops that Elder Dragon form, repelling Sab away. It looks like he wanted to engage with a Burrow Strike, but he's going to be dissuaded from doing so. Can you hear what he says half the time? Alright, I'm gonna try and be closer to the mic, guys. I'm sorry. The Phoenix is going to equals dive away. Nice shard block right here. The Primal Split is going to be deployed. And now it's Noteo being lifted into the air as Boxy is forced to get out. His ult being committed for not much. So, okay, he does jump towards the middle lane, but quick with that double damage, gets the tower before Thompson can intervene. Thompson just going to be farming this camp for a while. Already has strats, has a lot of extra bonus damage thanks to that Sleight of Fist. So I wonder. Okay, so he gets this Sleight of Fist anyways at level. Gets level 4, level 10. All right, top lane. Jarek's using that Arctic Burn to slow and zone Mike away, and it's going to work. Luna will disengage. Already has the mask, so it's gonna farm super fast with those Wraith Bands. Okay. Ember Spirit just farming it up. Another Lunar Blast is going to be deployed, and Mikey, already level 7, doing pretty well here. In terms of net worth, how are we doing? Oh, the Io Dust header onto Luna, but they're not going to do much. So both the Sand King and the Ember doing pretty well in terms of net worth here, followed by the DK and the Luna. They're not doing terrible, but definitely not as great as the side of OG. Quick though, level 10, already has 1300 gold. He'll probably go for a Blink Dagger as soon as he can. The Splinter Blast will be committed right here, but doesn't really find any heroes. Rotation coming from Thompson. He has Ace Folk and King Sanya. Has the high ground advantage here, but Thompson actually moves away pretty nicely, dodging the position from that Phoenix. And now they're just trying to wait it out. They do hold the high ground here on the side of Alliance. And if Thompson keeps on moving towards this area, it's going to get pretty dangerous. Mikey will disengage. They even ping the location. Thompson is trying to find an opening here. The smoke is about to wear off. Can he actually get it? They are trying to go for a stack here, and it does work. Thompson still has the smoke. He will finally find Mikey. He pops his Flame Guard and the Fire Remnant, trying to disengage. Will go for it. And now the Winter's Curse, but it's a very, very bad one because Box is super tanky, and that evasion makes it very hard for Alliance to kill any of their allies. So Thompson just disengages. He didn't really hard commit, which was nice. He was also, losing some farming time. Nice. Light of Fist does find the Luna. A lot of damage coming through. The Splinter Blast zoning the Io away. He's trying to go for a relocate. Can he get it fast enough? They don't get the Searing Chains. So Io buys time. Can Alliance actually set up a fight in those small seconds of the relocate back? He shows up, has the Primal Split, the clap zoning Pike out away, and it looks like now, knowing that there's no Winter's Curse, they might be interested in fighting this. They will get a Blade Fury out. Nice hitting ward here, trying to buy time. Can this Brewmaster lift the Juggernaut? He will take the hitting ward down. Another Splinter Blast trying to zone the little Primal Beans away, but with the Eye of Feather, they will find Pike finally. And yeah, pretty long fight that in started as OG trying to go for a play. It ends up with them losing their carry. That being said, they did by a lot of time here for No Tail to farm his level 6. It looks like DK actually gets solo killed by both Thompson and Sab. There's not even Blank Dagger on the Sand King, but they actually get the Dragonite. Nice punch back by OG. They do kill a very important core on the side of Alliance. Hey boy, how do you compare the two teams in the late game? Probably a small edge towards Alliance because they push better. You know, late game having more push is good because, you know, if there's no buybacks, you can maybe win the game. And whereas a team that doesn't have that much push can get one lane of barracks, maybe 2 lanes of barracks before the cooldowns, the respawn timers are back on. Jarex here trying to disengage. Boxy very interested in fighting this Jarex Winter Wyvern. Nice. And you get the Dragon Tail. Nice Winter's Curse, but it's on the DK, so the IO can't really deal much damage to that huge Dragonite, and they'll just disengage. Taiga pretty low in HP, but he's going to be just fine. It looks like the Jugger is going for that Battle Fury. Doesn't really have much though, only the Recip, and as that happens, it looks like the Phoenix ends up being taken down by a rotation from Thompson. Had the egg, I guess, didn't want to commit the egg against the Ember. A lot of attack speed onto that Hero Spinner Blast. Will find Quick right here. It's Dragon on Dragon action. A lot of slow coming from the Winter Wyvern. Oh, that's a good 2-man Burrow Strike, and they actually get the damage onto the Taiga. They will. The Snowball will find that target. And now Sab trying to fight here. Omnislash onto Boxy. Doesn't have Primal Split Blade Fury going forward. But they okay, they do have the Burrow Strike lockdown. Healing Ward trying to buy time. The Golden Shower from Insania will allow Boxy to disengage. Actually cancels the TP. And now they want to get on top of the Juggernaut. The clap is so much damage. Can they find Pikehead once again? They will. The Shard Block is not enough to stop Alliance. They keep on moving forward. Eclipse onto the Luna. They will find the Tusk. And Sab does manage to Burrow Strike away into the trees. But the Cruise Dive will get vision. And it looks like Sab, he's even under the guise of Dust of Appearance. The egg will be exploding. Doesn't find the Stun onto the Sand King. But the Golden Shower will allow Quickfoot to get a double kill. So very good fight on the side of Alliance right there. They will send the eye right here. So in terms of fight recap here, we have 1,400 gold going towards Alliance. Very good damage here coming from all. That's weird, right? I think this is a bug. Both of them dealt 544 damage. What? Communism Dota? What? Alright. Alright, so we are back. It looks like in the top area here we see Quickfoot already level 12. He does buy a Shadow Blade, so decided to get that item instead of the dagger. Pretty good for the Ember, you know, can just sneak in. It's very hard for him to react. On the side of OG, how are the items going here? Tusk with Tranquil Boots. Let's stop talking about the items because they are going for a smoke link rotation. Wyvern, can they set this up with a Winter's Curse? No, they can't, because the Dragonite actually moves towards the Wyvern. Now he goes back, and it looks like they're really interested in this. The Snowball with the Splinter Blast. They do have the Dust Reveal, Quick Fuzz Shadow Blade, and with an Epicenter is enough damage. Okay, the Blade Fury will be on point, and the Sunray from the Phoenix is not enough to stop them, but now they're going towards Boxy. He does not have the Primal Split. Sab looking for the Burrow Strike. He's going to get it. Busen or Pikehead pops the hitting ward as OG goes for a dive, and now Thompson shows up from the backlines. They will get the Snowball onto the Phoenix, and Insania cannot disengage, doesn't have the egg, and Boxy being chased. They do have the Winter's Curse right here. It's onto the Brewmaster. Can they set up a double Burrow Strike? Of course they can. They are OG TI winners. The Splinter Blast will allow Jax to get a killing spree. Very good fight by OG, and they will probably collapse into this mid for 1 tower here. They don't have the best Roshan lineup, especially because they don't even have the Battlefield for now, but this is a pretty good fight by OG. They get a 2,000 gold lead after this fight, and yeah, I think this is a bug. Everyone is doing the same damage. Alright. So Thompson shows up bottom. He is going for a Maelstrom Lincoln, so even though he maxed the Sleight of Fist, he's not necessarily going for a physical damage build. He just felt like the physical damage was a good thing to have in this game. I mean, you're playing versus some lockdown, and you're playing versus an IO, you know, so getting those Sleight of Fist constantly onto the IO really allows, like, kind of forces the IO to play differently, right? Because you're getting vision and you're doing damage. Usually the IO is used to not taking too much damage because you're fighting from behind. In the early game, there's not going to be that much gap close. Alright, Quickfoot looking for that Dragon Tail. It looks like the Shadow Blade is about to wear off, so he will disengage Sab. Now, thanks to the newly purchased, the newly modified Sandstorm, we'll be able to farm that just okay. Thompson looking for some place. Koikva hiding. He's going to have Shadow Blade in 5 seconds. They get vision down. Koikva, you're in a bit of a trouble here. The Dragon Tail onto that Ember Spirit. The Snowball going towards Koikva, and it looks like you're going to be taking a lot of damage. Winter's Curse, though, shreds the poor Io ball, and now Jarex will get Dragon Tail by Koikva, but he's hiding under the guise of the trees. Can they actually find him? They will, but the Cold Embrace is buying even more time. Insania with the Sunray. Can they actually get this kill? Nice double Burrow Strike with the Epicenter. Oh boy, that is a War Sponge onto Dragonite. As he tries to disengage, he's actually pretty tanky, and it looks like they might be trying to turn this fight around. Mike is super tanky. The Primal split is going to be ending right now. Thompson now being golden, and it looks like the Sunray, they're gonna find the skill. They've left the Juggernaut. He has the Omnia Slash, but can't go for this. And now with the entirety of Alliance here, it looks like that Omnia Slash is not going to be as effective. Insania trying to disengage. The Blade Fury will find the bird, but it looks like with the aid of the Io, they're gonna find the kill onto the Juggernaut as the relocate ends. So just a beautiful fight by Alliance right there, and they're able to take it. Luna 6-0-6, way ahead of the farm that Juggernaut has. And that is one thing, right? You can say that the late game is maybe even between the teams, but when the Luna is playing like a different game, right? She's way ahead of the Juggernaut. You know, late game assumes that everyone is on equal terms, and that is not what's happening here. This Micah Luna is just getting out of control. Thanks to the Io, you know, it just allows the Luna to play a different game. And trying to go for a stack here, doesn't find it, but he's already in position for some bounty runes. Noteo will find this one, so it looks like they will trade 3 for 2. No, actually. Hey, huge fan. I like your content way too much. Just one thing, I came all the way over from YouTube to tell you it's pronounced Mickey. Mickey. Me? Okay. Mickey? Is that it? Alright. Mickey. I don't know. Anyways, the Jugger getting closer to that battlefield, but it's gonna take so long. He still needs 1,000 gold for it, and it's already 20 minutes, so this is not a great timing by any means. The Radiant Scan will actually clip, and it looks like Jarex is trying to stay in position here, trying to hold the high ground. He's going to de-ward the sentry. And Alliance, they will group on the other side of the map. Roshan is up. Not sure if they're interested in this. Slide of Fist from Thompson, trying to clear up the wave, but he doesn't get any mills from proc, so he's gonna be forced to walk all the way back there. Mike trying to set up here onto this Juggernaut, but he will Blade Fury TP towards the tier 2 tower here in the middle lane. Nice. Winter's Curse actually finds Brewmaster as OG tries to disengage. The shard block will be very effective in that regard. And OG, they were trying to poke Alliance in this bottom lane. They don't find much, and they do ping Mickey. Let's see if they can get the gap closed right here. No, Tail doesn't have any blink tag. He's going straight up for Aghanim Scepter. So it looks like he wants to get the kick build. He wants to get the Pizza Party build so he can kick the IO away from the hero he's tethering, or maybe kick the hero that is tethered away from the IO. A lot of different possibilities there. I'm not sure if that is super effective until you have a blink tag to actually reposition. Now Sab will pop the dust right here with the Sandstorm as well as a Burrow Strike doing some damage, but Quickfire, he's very tanky. There's no way this is enough damage to get that Sand King.
A wyvern's breath.
Alright, it looks like Alliance keeps on farming. Luna already with 12,000 gold. Let's check everyone's items, by the way. Earn and Mac already on the IO, so super farmed. The Brewmaster with the Blink of Lads. Luna with the Dragonlance Yasha Mask of Madness. The Shadow Blade onto Dragonite wants to get a BKB as fast as possible. And Phoenix with the Tranco's Force Staff. Ember Spirit is going for the Lincolns we talked about, as well as the... Alright, Dragon Tail going to Sab. We didn't have enough damage to relocate from Alliance. Burrow Strike forward with the Golden Shower. It looks like Sand King is going to perish, even though he was under the guise of that Sandstorm. Wyvern finally completes the Blink Dagger, and as they push the wave, they are also smoked up. So let's see if Taiga is going to be casualty of war here. He just committed his relocate. He is in a very precarious state, and they duping his location. The Wyvern seems to be very certain of where Taiga is hiding, but he is going to move a little bit away from that spot, and it looks like for now he's going to be safe. The push from OGs here as they try and give some cover to the Ember in that middle lane. We'll go for this bottom lane though, and the push that comes from Alliance, we did talk about their push, is very, very strong. They're already going to take this tower out super fast, and Mikey is now grouping up with Quake, they're gonna send the Lunar here to the middle lane. They don't want any extra damage being dealt to this tower. Roshan is up, but no medallions or very good teams at Roshan. I guess Alliance is a little bit better, but not by much. Quake is going to find the Ember Spirit here. Dragon Tail is there, but they do have a fire. Nope. Looks slow. Nope, he is going to get out. Another Fire Remnant. Thompson just buying time. It looks like the DOT from the Fire Spirits were not enough to take him down. He didn't have a Remnant to go back, but he just uses the Remnant duration perfectly. But somehow there's a Brewmaster split here and actually cancels the TPD hype. Is completely lost. 2 heroes dead on the side of OG and Alliance. They just want to go into the Roshan pit and just want to claim the Ages of the Immortal. Illusion rune here for the IO. And this Mike Luna is already just shredding Roshan. They do want to fight though. The shards are going to get they're going to give visioning. They will blink with that epicenter here. A lot of damage being thrown out, but look at the IO sustain. Mike is just attacking Roshan. The glaives keep on adding up. They will try to use the snowball to get away, but the Omni Slash coming from the Juggernaut. Do they have enough damage? I'm not sure they do. Box is still alive. No one dead on the side of Alliance for now, and Roshan 20% HP, but Alliance, they're starting to get pretty low. Nice Splinter Blast. Golden Shower coming from inside and healing everyone. Quick, but trying to disengage. They do drop the egg. Is it going to be enough? Winter's Curse. The Aegis is going to be on Mike's Pockets. The BKB is already done. Lucent being on to No-Tail. Can he TP out? He tries to go for the play. It's going to be effective. So Alliance, they claim the Aegis, even though OG tried their best to stop the advances right there. Alright. Bounty runes are going to be... Oh! Deny coming from Jax. Does he have the night vision talent? Actually doesn't even have it. Somehow he got vision of the bounty. Actually gets the deny. Pretty poggers right there. Denies a lot of gold coming for Alliance. 6,000 golded for Alliance. The gold, the win percentage is actually very, very on their side. The Juggernaut still struggling to get more farm. I mean, with the Battle Fury, he's going to increase in speed, but the Luna is already so far ahead. She already has Manta Illusions to split push waves and to be super effective. And if this ages, it looks like Alliance, they want to utilize the 25-minute mark Catapult to try and at least get a tier 2. Taiga is already in position. No, they actually don't want to push this out. They're just going to disengage. I have no idea what I'm talking about. The Wyvern will pop the Arctic Burn here. Nice shard block, taking the space from Koikva, but it doesn't look like OG wants to fight. They are not feeling confident right here, especially with that Aegis on Luna. They will posture here for the tier 1. Jarek's trying to get a deny. He's gonna get it. Poggers. Very good. Now Searing Chains onto the Mickey Luna, but the Manta Illusions will dispel the Searing Chains. Thompson just goes for a weird Sleight of Fist, and now Remnant's out. Alright. Okay. Jarek's just hiding in the trees here. Probably just wants to cut up the wave, but Alliance, they have 2 heroes. Jarek's are gonna get spotted out. Alright, he goes for a 1 boop. He's trying to blink out. He blinks in the same spot. What the hell? And now, no, the Winter's Curse is going to be here. Can they actually save? Jarek's Winter Wyvern, Sunray Forward, isn't enough damage. The healing word is there, but Boxy with the quick blink gets the clap, and that is a killing spree for the Brewmaster. So 6,000 gold lead for Alliance, and also just playing with Quickfa here, just trying to stay inside the perimeter of that Sandstorm. So Snowball forward, Insane is going to be spotted out here. So the Tusk will not get the shards in the right spot, and now No-Tail being chased down by Boxy. Looks like the damage is going to go through the roof. The Blade Fury TP out from the Jugger, but the entirety of Alliance in position. They still have about 2 minutes of Aegis. Can they actually get this tower? The Lucent Beam is going to clear the Lincolns from Thompson, and the Luna just moves forward here, trying to get the tower as fast as possible. They're gonna pop the Dragon Form as well. The damage is the roof right here. Nice epicenter as they actually disengage. Can they get the kill into Quickfa? They can. For some reason, the Luna actually walked away from the fight. The Brewmaster split is just being farmed. The only one alive is actually the Earth Panda. Nice boulder. They will get the egg down. The Fire Remnant away from Thompson. They will get a kill onto the Wyvern, but it looks like the Juggernaut is going to be finding first. the egg. Can they find Sebastian? Yes, they can. The Lucian is going to be on point. The Dusk revealing him. Burrow Strike towards the high ground. They do get a lot of damage going here with the Sunray. Oh boy, that is a dead DK and Dio. They are trying to chase and punish Pycat, but he's going to be fine. And now the Luna trying to disengage. Nice blink forward with the Burrow Strike. This is going to be the Aegis. Do they buy back any heroes? Have any buybacks? The Luna is by herself. There is no BKB. And finally, it looks like Mike is going to fall, and that is 841 gold going towards No Tail of all heroes. He's very happy about himself, and he's going for the Aghanim Scepter build. No Blink Dagger. Seb gets hit by the Fire Spurs. He's not going to have the Blink Dagger to chase the Phoenix, and the Fire Remnant away is going to be fine. The gold advantage already decreasing here in the win percentage, starting to dip right up versus Alliance. No. Foxy, he gets a good stomp right here, trying to chase Thompson. Can they get a good Walrus Punch? Thompson trying to disengage, has the double damage going, and it looks like Foxy is going to be taken down. Doesn't have the Primal Split. It looked pretty easy, but with the OG aid, it looks like Ember Spirit ends up finding that kill. Already has the Lincoln Sphere, already has the Maelstrom, and now next. So checking everyone items, it looks like Tusk already has 1.58 towards the 3 components of the Aghanim Scepter. The Juggernaut going for Sanjanyasha, it looks like. He's going to be able to finish this in the side jump right now. The Wyvern with the Blink Arcane Boots. The Sand King with the Crimson Guard. So he's super tanky. And this doesn't really work on glaives, I think, but it does work on buildings. So it's very effective, so you can protect yourself against pushing lineups. The Brewmaster here has a Midas Blink. Well, that's a pretty good by the Brewmaster, but it looks to be, you know, it's at least for now, it's been fine for Alliance, and they do have this Luna. It's going to be super scary. Io already has the Mac going towards what seems to be a pipe. Alliance, they will get some bounties right here. The scan from the Radiant will be vision of the Alliance heroes, but they're just going to send the Manta Illusions here to be pesky. Thompson Ember finds himself a tower, it looks like, in the game. He is a 1,000 goal lead for Alliance. Not even that, so super even once again. And yeah, the win probability about to go back to 50%, so it was super high towards Alliance, but a couple of bad fights. The fact that OG was able to, you know, farm that Ember Spirit quite a bit. The Lincoln's definitely going to be very hard for Alliance to deal with, because they rely on the Shadowblade Dragon Tail to actually get the kill, but Quickfoot doesn't have any other active, especially because he was forced into a BKB because of the damage that the Sand King offers. Thompson moving forward. Do they break the Lincolns here? They won't. And now the Sleight of Fist dodging some of the damage, and Fire Remnant away is going to be on point. Siblings in will commit the Primal Split. The Burrow Strike from Seb is not on point, and it looks like Pycat will be able to Blade Fury TP out. Wyvern already dead, and Seb with the BKB TP will be fine. So Alliance, they do get a good jump right here. They force some cooldowns, and it looks like the Ember Spirit might be what?
Nothing more to teach.
Huh. Alright, Dragon Tail with the Burst Strike. We will try and find Insania here for a step away. Nice Blade Fury. The Pycat Jugger is very, very low. Has the Healing Ward. Will use it on the high ground. That's pretty poggers. This is going to buy a lot of time, in fact. And it looks like he's going to be able to turn this fight around. Oh god, the Omni Slash. Such a good fight by Pycat. That high ground Healing Ward being super important in the fact that they were able to find the kill onto the Brewmaster. Pycat's still alive. Seb trying to disengage. The Burrow Strike will end up killing him. The Tusk uses the Charge to try and disengage, and it doesn't look like Alliance is going to get on top of him. 3 heroes on the side of OG. There is buyback onto the Ember, but the damage coming from Alliance is insane. They don't have the Aegis anymore, but the damage, the push that they offer, if they can actually get this tower, I think, oh god, this is so costly. They don't have the Crimson Guard to actually defend the tower, so it's going to fall so fast. They have the Golden Shower onto the DK, but they're trying to zone the DK out. They're going to get the Walrus Punch onto the Luna. They actually kick the Luna towards the tier 4s, but the damage from Mikey is so strong. Pycat being completely zoned out. The Healing Ward is already down, and with the Luna, it looks like they're just gonna try and get a lane of Barracks. Jarex jumps forward, but the Eclipse damage is going to kill him. He doesn't find the Winter Curse that he wanted. No buyback onto the Blue Boy, and it looks like this could be Alliance's game for the win. OG, they did punch back, but when it comes to pushing, we did talk about it, Alliance, they have the upper hand, and they still don't have a buyback onto Seb. They're going to go for another lane of Barracks. The Healing Ward trying to make them at least survive through those glaze. Noble 4, they will try and kick the Luna out again, and they will be successful. BKB onto Mikey, and they will pop the blade through trying to fight, but 2 BKBs on the side of Alliance preventing the damage completely. They will lose the Tusk. The Sand King, though, will respawn right now. They are trying to relocate out. It looks like the Butterfly gets completed onto the Luna. Nice Burrow Strike, holding the Luna in place. Can they actually get on top? Searing Chains, the Manta dodge, and they will try and disengage. Fire Remnant forward, but this Thompson, you're not super tanky. Mikey's trying to battle through you, but it looks like the damage is going to be there. He gets the BKB out, but he's already dead. Nice. Ayo comes back from the relocate, trying to actually aid Koikla. Do they have the damage? Ember's gonna fall, and Seb with the epicenter. Is it enough damage to find this? It doesn't look like it is, Taiga. You're so tanky because of your items. Nice. No, Thompson actually comes back with the Sleight of Fist. They're gonna try and find the Ayo, but the Sunray is insane. They will get a good Omni Slash right here, but the Brew Panda is buying so much time for them to disengage. They actually find a kill onto the Ayo, and now the Brew Panda being chased. Can he blink away? He will be able to, and Bok is going to be fine. He just taunts and disengages here. They do find a tier 3. Let's check the buybacks here, because I think a lot of those buybacks were spent. So Thompson ends up going for 1. Everyone else actually on the side, so Luna and DK and Brewmaster, the 3 cores on the side of Alliance, have buybacks, whereas OG, they already committed theirs onto the Ember Spirit, but the no, actually the Jugger also bought back, so pretty costly there for OG. The win percentage all the way up, but it looks like OG once again will try and go for Roshan here. Let's see if they can actually get this done. The tag team being committed, the Wyvern making this very, very obvious, but they do have some sentries to actually try and bait quick lane. Winter's Curse is available, so they're actually just buy time boxing with the clap. They're just trying to buy time here. There's no force from Noteo, and they actually kick him out like he is he's our teasing team secret. They will get the Aegis. Here it's Thompson that finds the Aegis, and the cheese is probably going to be onto the Juggernaut. Sanjin Yasha, no. Shadow's resistance pretty good against long duration stuns like that Dragon Tail. In fact, speaking of Dragon Tail, No Tail is going to be found by it. Will commit a snowball, but it doesn't really do much. Try to kick the Brewmaster away, but he was not able to. Alright. In terms of farm here, the Luna is definitely ahead of everyone else, especially after the Jugger is forced to buy back. Going for an MKB because right now the Luna has a Butterfly, and it looks like Alliance, they want to push regardless. They want to take this tier 2 tower here, even though there is Aegis on the side of OG. They don't have any buyback, so as long as Alliance can get a good fight, they could be able to end the game right now. Let's see how much they're going to pressure right here. Jarex is in position, pops the Arctic Burn. He did get the actually still didn't get the Winter Wyvern talent, because it is not level 4, not level 15. Alright, the Sandstorm with the Burrow Strike onto the Io will be able to Thadder away. I think this is a good nerf for Io if you cannot Thadder through roots. So because of that, Taiga is going to be fine, but Thompson still looking. Can he actually get another Searing Chains? With the Sleight of Fist, he's going to be able to. Another Thadder away though. I don't think this game actually works very well, so Thompson's just going to be dragged around the map here. The Sunray from the Phoenix making sure that Taiga's not going to fall, and they will disengage. Radiance is going to be Brewmaster's next item of choice, and he has a Midas that I'm pretty sure, yeah, he wants to use right there. Alright, so can OG actually win this game? It is looking pretty hard. The Jugger damage just seems lacking because of the sustain that the Io has. You also have this Phoenix constantly going for the Sun Rays. There's no Holy Locket on the Phoenix, but I think it could be very good when you have so many strength heroes on your team. Alliance going for what seems to be a Satanic, so they're going to have a lot of status resistance on the Luna, and the next item is going to be the Refresher Orb. The Io does have the Aghanim Scepter talent, so, you know, having double of that is pretty good, especially when you don't have to buy the Aghanim Scepter. The Luna will farm the shrines right here, and the Satanic is done for Mike. They will group up right here. There is a couple of smoke heroes on the side of Alliance and a couple of heroes that are showing. Ideally, they would like to find a jump right here, but most of OG is actually in the top lane. The split push here from the Ember, trying to clear up the wave so the creeps actually start pushing this tier 2 tower, but they're not really having much success. And look at the bottom lane, they're already set in position. They still have the smoke. It will wear off right now, but the Luna just moves forward with that Solar Crest. Has so much damage. They will commit the glyph on the side of OG. And a lot of TPs coming through. We'll try and get a good blink here. Nice burrow strike onto the Brewmaster, stopping that primal split, but he's so tanky, doesn't matter, he's gonna pop it. And now Mike is just trying to focus onto the barracks. The glaives are flying like crazy, and they will find another set of barracks. Alliance trying to disengage. They will get a good burrow strike onto the Dragon Knight. He blinked forward with Thompson, and now he's gonna fall. That's his Aegis. He has another life. Let's see if they can get a good burrow strike. No, the Lucent Beam onto Seb is gonna be zoned away. Nice burrow strike, still holding on to the BKB here on the Luna. Has Satanic as well as the BKB. They're gonna kick the Luna out of the Io. That's a pretty good fight right here, but it looks like the Tusk is already dead. The shards with the egg going lay down. They will try and Remnant away with Thompson. Can he actually disengage from the egg? Well, he can, but Mr. Juggernaut is dead for 110 seconds. They get a good Winter's Curse right there, but it doesn't buy enough time. Nice clap coming from Boxy Seb, trying to disengage. The Golden Shower, though, way too strong. Another Slide of Fist, but this Ember is lacking way too much damage. The defensive items not really allowing the Ember to do enough damage during the fights, and they will just get to the force. And even with this Crimson Guard onto the Ancient, I'm not sure they actually have enough damage. Buyback from Sab, just trying to buy as much time as possible. But how are you buying 80 seconds for that, Jugger? This game is over, and GG gets called. Alright, boys. So we do have a 1-1 here between OG and Alliance, and we will cast the next game. So make sure to stay tuned, stay around, because the game is probably starting in about 5 minutes, so don't go anywhere. If you like the cast, make sure to follow. It really helps me out. If you're on YouTube, you know, the link for the Twitch stream is in the description if you want to follow. It really helps as well. Make sure to sub if you like the cast, because I'm constantly casting, so you're going to be able to, you know, get to me easier. Thank you all for being here, and we will be back.
But no one really cares tonight.
wanna get closer, wanna come over, I wanna get moving, grooving. Your folks disapprove it, we can have fun, yeah. Don't need no money, and we can be brilliant without millions. Baby, it ain't no closer, wanna come over, I wanna get moving, grooving. Your folks disapprove it, we can have fun, yeah. Don't need no money, and we can be brilliant without millions. Get up and down, get up and down, get up and down and move around. Get up and down, get up and down, get up and down and move around. I wanna pull over and pick a 4-leaf clover. I want you to kiss me, diss me, and say you really missed me. We can watch stars, yeah, and we can dance on top of cars, yeah. We can make billions, not zillions. I wanna pull over and pick a 4-leaf clover. I want you to kiss me, diss me, and say you really missed me. We can watch stars, yeah, and we can dance on top of cars, yeah. We can make billions, not zillions. Get up and down, get up and down, get up and down and move around. Get up and down, get up and down, get up and down and move
Five seconds remaining. Fire team back. OGs turn to bat. Fire team back.
Greetings and salutations to the fans. This is Game 3 between Alliance and OG. Whoever
10
takes this
seconds remaining.
is going to be qualified for something.
5 seconds remaining.
And, yeah. So OG, they take PA and Magnus out. They don't want Alliance buffing those heroes. Alliance, they do ban the draw once again. They have first pick this time, so I wonder which hero they're going to rely. In the last game, they had the Brewmaster and the Luna and the Io. They did first phase Io, and maybe we might see that again. Is Alliance comfortable with that Io strat, or will they play something different? So it's interesting that OG, even though they lost, they give the same hero possibility for Alliance to see if they're confident, and they will indeed pick up the Io. So they want to showcase that they are confident. So let's see what OG does here. Do you snatch the Luna right now? What do you pick? I mean, they had some counters for the Io. I mean, they had the Tusk, they had the Winter Wyvern, it worked pretty well. I think they're core choices, as some people, people were debating very passionately in the Twitch chat about, decisions from OG and Alliance. And I think most of the problems OG faced that game came from the fact that he had a Jugger Ember. Jugger is an okay-ish hero, but you need more burst damage, and when you pair that up with an Ember, I don't know. It just felt pretty. They just didn't have the burst damage. They didn't have a lot of control as well. The Ember ended up going for the slide of his build. It took some time until he had the searing chains. I don't know. It was kind of wonky. You know, OG, they will pick up the Lich, so that is a different hero from the first game. I'm sorry, from the second game, and it's probably going to be No Tails Lich.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Remove the text. Okay. Maelstrom is pure damage and no survivability. Maelstrom, you mean pure damage in the sense that it's only damage? Yeah, that's true. Now OG, still thinking about that second pick. It doesn't look like they are very sure about what they want. You know, the Lich, the Chain Frost is okay-ish versus the Io. You know, it keeps bouncing around heroes that are close, so Io and the other hero might have problems. A lot of the times it is based on heroes that offer attack speed, so the Lich armor is definitely effective. You know, you're going to be able to prevent the push, and you also protect carries. And Grimstroke actually came through, so we're going to see probably Jerex's Grimstroke. Pretty interesting that they were able to actually get this. So, you know, whoever actually gets buffed by both the Frost armor and the Inkswell is going to be feeling pretty good. You know, you're going to deal damage with 2 spells. It's like double radiance.
10 seconds.
And whoever they decide to throw these at. I wonder if they're going to get a hero, a carry that actually has gap close and makes use of both of these spells. Maybe something like an Ember could be better this game because the Ember's going to feel a little bit more enabled. Or maybe something like a Carry Riki Monka. Oracle is going to be the choice here for Alliance. Jerex's Bobros. Nice. Alright. So now it's time to ban some heroes.
10 seconds.
Alliance, you know, they have 2 range heroes here. You could say that they could be going for a draw strike, but it was removed. So we're not going to have the draw. I mean, I guess OG, they also have 2 range heroes, but Oracle, very good with draw. I guess not anymore. He used to be super good because he had low B, he had very low BAT, so he could attack quite a bit. But now that you get attack speed, you know, the DPS increase is probably worse on Oracle than it was before. That being said, you know, Oracle is a great hero. They might be expecting maybe some burst damage coming on OG, maybe a bursty hero, maybe a Monkey King, I think, is what they want to get.
10 seconds
having that false promise to save heroes is nice. The W can also, you know, nullify the ability of the Monkey King to attack. Alliance, they do remove the Morphling, and they did take the Luna this time. I believe in the second game, OG, they removed the Gyro. I think they removed Gyro. I don't remember the other band. So I wonder if they're going to take the Gyro this time, or if they're fine playing against Gyro. Oh, they banned the Monkey King that I just said. Oh, baby, feels good. So, yeah, they take that hero down. Let's see what else they want to take out. How is the Oracle versus Grimstroke matchup? What do you mean? They're both in...
5 seconds remaining.
I mean... I guess, like... You cannot dispel the Grimstroke out. So, although you might be able to, you know, buy time for someone, it's still pretty annoying to have that out. And I guess you can dispel the silence. Do you take the bug out without actually attacking it if you use your Q? Is it dispellable? Okay. Broken hero. Oh, it doesn't show? Broken hero. Okay, now we can just manually find Grimstroke right here. Is it dispellable? It is not dispellable, so you cannot use the Q to take the bug out. OG. They will get themselves a Treant Protector. So most likely going to be a core Treant Protector being played by Sab. Let's see what Alliance has in store here. Which hero they're going to pick.
5 seconds remaining.
Alright. Luna, removed. Gyro, removed. What are the other heroes? Maybe a Brewmaster. Maybe a CK. Maybe Naga, Ladder, Poggers. I don't know. Klinks is not a hero anymore. I don't think. Maybe Terrorblade? I don't know. Terrorblade versus Lich and Grimstroke doesn't feel good either. Yeah, Alliance, they're taking their time here. Not really sure what they want to pick. They don't have a lot of... I mean, they have some burst damage with the Oracle. But I'm not sure if they have a good pairing here for this IO. Here the benefits from the Aghanim Scepter. And it's also a great right-clicker. Is there such hero? Maybe Venge could be an option. You know, can save people from the Overgrowth. You can save people from the Grimstroke out. It benefits from both the IO and the Oracle. Kind of all-in-ish, though. I'm not sure how good Venge is dispatch, but... I'm gonna get a Centaur. Alright, so Centaur, a hero that kind of faded out in popularity for a multitude of reasons. But, you know, it could be even carry Centaur. That IO with eggs, just giving you a free eggs. They debuff so that your double edge actually deals more damage based on strength. So, you know, getting some strength items there is good. And once again, OG. They're going to snatch up the Anti-Mage. And they want to try and play the Pycat Anti-Mage still. Buying time for Thompson's last pick. So even though they're picking a greedy hero like Anti-Mage, they're actually giving Thompson the last pick. Maybe they felt like Anti-Mage was going to be banned. But either way, it's not going to be the easiest Anti-Mage game just because there's still 2 answers here for Alliance. But I guess Slark is probably the easiest response here from Alliance. It is a good hero versus Anti-Mage now, and you do have that IO. They're going to go with the same answer, though. They're going to get the Dragon Knight first. I wonder if OG removes the Slark right now, if they're afraid of other heroes. But the Dragon Knight versus whatever it is that Thompson wants to play will be the answer. I don't know why, but I feel like CW is signature Alliance hero.
10 seconds remaining.
CW means CK.
5 seconds remaining.
Alright, so OG. What are you going to pick here? I mean, to ban. I guess this Lark is the easiest choice. Is there any other hero that you're like super scared about as an anti-mage? It's not only like as an anti-mage, but the fact that is an IO. So like you would like a good IO partner. You want to counter to anti-mage that also is a good IO partner. Maybe carry Legion, or maybe like Bloodseeker. It's just not. I mean, now that Bloodseeker runs like a freaking Ferrari, and the IO copies the same move speed, maybe that's good. I don't know. Maybe that's actually good, and the IO can just move at lightning speed. But still, OG, I think Slark is like the easiest counter. I'm not really sure if Alliance even likes to play Bloodseeker. I don't even know if Bloodseeker is a good hero dispatch. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait it out and see. Okay, they do remove the Slark. I feel a little good about myself. Please, guys, if you want someone to cast and be boring, I am available. And now Alliance. They want to remove a hero. What do you take out here? You're going to be facing Thompson again. You have the Dragon Knight. Last time, I think they removed the Monkey King, but it's already removed. So you could maybe take the Scarif Mage. Oh, maybe they picked the Anti-Mage, already trying to set up the Scarif Mage. Is Alliance going to take Thompson's Scarif Mage? No, they're going to take the Zeus out, and Terrorblade is available. Is this going to be Alliance's choice of hero? It is going to be the Terrorblade. And now, OG, how are you answering that Terrorblade? Will you get the Thompson Scarif Mage? Will you give him... Dazzle is actually available as well. I wonder if Dazzle is what OG goes for here. Mid-Dazzle versus Dragon Knight. You know, Dragon Knight has a lot of armor, so that's probably why Alliance is going for the Dragon Knight. They think that the Dazzle is a stronger hero in the middle lane than the Scarif Mage. And I guess I have to agree with them. Dazzle is just way too good right now. But yeah, let's see what OG goes for here. Invoker could be an option, you know, having that Sunstrike. They do have the Trin Protector to set some Sunstrikes, and it's going to be the OD. So, a hero that is increasingly becoming popular, and Thompson is playing quite a bit of OD here. Let's see how this game is going to pan out. Guys, game 3 between OG and Alliance. Whoever wins this qualifies for the Chongqing Major. I have no idea if that's how you actually say that. And if you want to vote, oh, look at that. We have 3 IOs this game. We have one weird IO here, 2 IOs, 3 IOs on the Oracle hand. I'm so funny. Now, let's get this poll going here. Who is winning game 3? So you type 1 if you want, or if you think OG is going to win based on your bias and the draft, and you type 2 if you think Alliance is going to win. Remember, guys, you have to be on YouTube to actually, on Twitch to actually vote, sorry.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, thank you all for being here. Really appreciate your guys' presence. Make sure to follow on Twitch if you enjoy the cast, and subscribe on YouTube. So yeah, let's just get going. Eventually. I am biased as fuck. I want Alliance to win. Where is Pike at? Pike at is the anti-mage. He's boosting. Don't know why he's using that nick, but that is Pike at. It looks like OG has the upper hand here in terms of draft. They do have the anti-mage as well as the OD. I really like that versus the heroes that Alliance has. But you have to remember that the anti-mage does get a little counter by the reflection until he has the manta. There's also an IO and an Oracle. So you're gonna have multiple ways of actually getting those Sunders off. Let's see if it's going to be enough. Alright. Game 3 is on the way. I'm gonna take the poll out. Thank you all for voting. Thank you all guys for being beautiful, beautiful humans. And somehow being smart enough to use a computer, but you're still watching my stream instead of the official one. Thank you all for your kindness. And let's get going. A lot of tips here. You know, Jarek's getting one. Looks like No Tail gets one from Thompson, and the game's on the way. We do see Mickey and Taiga just walking together. It looks like Quickva is ready for the middle lane. Just wants to drop a ward. EOD will get here faster, so I wonder who's actually getting vision here. Thompson holding on to the ward, by the way. He actually comes here, maybe expecting Alliance to already have vision. Interesting. Quickva will get this ward going here from the high ground, so there's no way that Alliance actually, that OG actually knows about it. And yeah, pretty quiet here. Looks like the team regroup in their own jungle. The entirety of Alliance just chilling around here. They just want to commit for these bounties, but Thompson is here. It looks like Alliance, they're feeling a little pressured here. They will send the Terrorblade and the IO bottom. So let's see if they're going to be on time to actually get this bounty. They do have a couple of seconds here, and they are approaching, but the Lich and the Antinos are already here. Okay. If you counterspell a Rubik still, does that mean you still want to Rubik cast spells? No, you don't. It's like Morphling. You don't. If you become the Rubik, you don't get the spell that was stolen, and you also cannot steal the morph from the Morphling. Actually, I mean, it could be different. Actually, I am not 100% sure on what I said about your question, but I know that you cannot steal morph if you are Rubik. Thompson, level 1 here with his no talisman, just wants to lane here, gets the first point in Astro to potentially deny his own range. Already taking some damage. He will use the Astro to get the range. Yes, pretty good. In the bottom lane, we do have a Terrorblade plus IO. So this is very, very obnoxious. There's no way that the anti-mage can actually battle this. But once the Metamorphosis is out, they're probably going to be having a better time right here. The top lane, this is a center plus the Oracle against the Treant plus Dreamstroke. And a lot of damage coming through, obviously. Dreamstroke, pretty good hero. Does a lot of damage with the Stroke of Fate. And Boxy has to disengage. Tries to commit a salve, it looks like, but gets cancelled by the Dreamstroke. And the Free Fire just zoning Thompson. In terms of CS, it looks like the DK is definitely having a better time. And, you know, that's just normal because Free Fire is very obnoxious to play against. Do you commit the Astro here, Thompson? He doesn't. He's going to miss the CS. Alright. Anti-Mage will disengage here. Has 6 tangos, so he does have some sustain to deal with that Terror Blade. I wonder if he's gonna get if he's going to get level 2 reflection just so he can harass the anti-mage. It looks like for now he has mana break available, so he could drain a lot of the mana and maybe set up a kill once he doesn't have mana for that. It looks like No Tail and Taiga will be fighting for a while, but the Io can always just tether towards the Terror Blade, but it looks like he's not interested. He's just buying time here, trying to lure No Tail in. He is trying to block the camp, by the way. He's going to be successful in that, but now he's being chased by No Tail. He's going to have a blast here in about 1 second. Can he tether away? Even if the right click is not going to be enough, and Taiga not only blocks that camp, preventing the pull that would come from the Lich, while also just buying a lot of time for his team. Terror Blade is farming just fine with no harass from the Lich. Now Insania goes for a pull as well, and just Jarek's just trying to contest this, trying to get his level 2, because he's already a little behind here in terms of experience against that support. Sab is level 2, slightly behind Boxy as well, so Alliance getting the upper hand in experience. Nice stomp, allowing him to get the CS. Alright, Thompson already starting to show why this pick is so good for his DK, but he's struggling a little bit with mana here. He never committed the Equilibrium, so I wonder if he's going to try and use the Astro right here to, I don't know. Oh. Yeah, I still need to watch a little bit of OD. I don't really understand how the hero is supposed to be played that well. Taiga commits the Spirits here, zoning the anti-mage out. He will get a CS. Already out of mana, thanks to that reflection we were talking about. So pretty effective here. A lot of the times you just see the Terror Blades maxing the Conjure image. But against that pick in particular, I think there's a lot of good sides of having it here. Nice, let's see the orange box. He's going to be pushed away. And Sab actually not doing as well as I expected, you know, with a Grimstroke. They were harassing quite a bit, but they do have the OD ahead of everyone in terms of CS. Obviously, this lane is not very favorable for the DK. And yeah, the game is pretty slow. You know, Metamorphosis is being used, but not a lot of burst damage on any lanes, which means that the game's kind of all over the place. It looks like when OG and Alliance plays, the laning stage always looks like this. They don't really pick heroes that have the level 1 and 2 kill potential. Although, I mean, there's definitely some kill potential here with these Treant Protector and Grimstroke. He just needs, I mean, he doesn't have Nature's Guy, so maybe he doesn't have kill potential, actually. Thompson trying to get on top of Quickfoot here. He's level 5 and a little bit, still doesn't have that hammer to drop onto the DK. And it looks like Thompson's just going to disengage here. He walks towards the right side so he doesn't take any tower hits. And Boxy very pesky here against Jarex, just leaving him with that axe. But yeah, not a lot of action going on. Anti-Mage still out of mana, but now has a stick. So if necessary, he can pop the stick and quickly blink out so that his reflection doesn't take all the mana. It looks like Mikey is going to stay out of mana as well. The right clicks from that Anti-Mage. You know, he blinks forward towards Taiga. Do you have mana for a reflection here? It looks like he pops. His one is gonna be there, but the IO is already dead. No mana onto the Anti-Mage, but they don't have the lockdown to actually kill him, so he's just going to pop a salve, and he's gonna be fine. First blood goes towards OG. In the top lane, they are setting up for bounty runes. It looks like Alliance will repel OG from that bounty, but Jarex steals this one, so they're gonna trade 2 for 2, it looks like, in the top lane. They will get a good Fate's Edict here. It's actually a Fortune's End, and they do find it. Boxy pretty tanky, has 2 salves and 7-stick charges, so this boy is pretty hard to be taken down. DK actually just falls. I think the hammer was dropped, and I was battling. Yeah, Thompson gets it done. 12 intelligence, a lot of burst damage here with the spell. Still no equilibrium. I'm just losing every kill. It looks like they just died the enemies here. Look, the mid-ins while here trying to look for both the Terror Blade and the Eye, but Jarex is the one that might be turned around, actually. Might be looking at a lot of damage with the Stroke of Fate, but now Grimstroke is out of mana. Taiga in a bit of a weird position. No Tail has absolutely no mana, and the Anti-Mage will TP to the lane. Can he actually find the Eye? No mana void onto him. Only level 400 Pikehead, and look at that. The Metamorphosis is ready. Jarex is going to be taken down, and the Anti-Mage is also forced to blink away while the Catapult is doing damage to their tower. A lot of aggression here in this Alliance offlane, and it's proving to be quite effective in the early game, although their DK is definitely not having the greatest of games. But, you know, that was expected. They did forfeit the OD, so it was bound to be countered eventually, and Thompson just lays the hammer onto him, making sure that he's not going to be farming too close to him. Illusion here is going to be spotted by Taiga. Does pop that illusion. No tail. He's gonna be taken down. The reflection giving vision so that the Io can get the kill. The anti-mage will blink away. But is offlane from Alliance. That's very, very hard to fight into. And Mikey already has Mickey. Already has 2 Wraithmans going for his treads next. Sab is level 5. Boxy is level 5. They're pretty even here in experience. You know, level 6 from the center just seems a little bit more impactful than the 3, and it is for now. They will try and send inside, and here they're gonna disarm the Outworld Devourer with that Fate's Edict. Yep. Sab just trying to get that level 6. And I guess the biggest problem right now is the anti-mage farm, right? He only has 16 CS versus the 40 of the Terrorblade. And so I was going to be trying to disengage from those heroes. The tether away, even though he actually gets stunned. So they will find a kill here with the Lich Frost armor. Okay. Sab is going to get stunned. Rotation from Koika. They do get the double edge. Dragon Tail trying to lock that hero down, but he's super tanky. And he has the Lich to actually disengage. He's trying to be body blocked by Boxy, and he looks like he will have enough damage. Maybe not the range ops, buying some time, but Alliance, they were aware of it. And they do actually get the kill. They try to pressure that tower with the Dragon Farm, and it looks like they're going to be successful here. They have a lot of creeps. The DK is tanking some tower hits. They don't have the same amount of push coming from the OD, so you know, OD does counter the hero in lane, but doesn't offer the same push. He will be forced to TP to this lane, and now he gets Dragon Tail. They do have that stampede with the Hoof Stomp. That is a dead Thompson. Oh boy. I mean, if you win your lane, but you just give kills like this, it's not gonna look good. It looks like Mikey will find a kill in the bottom lane. The Sunder is going to be activated. Anti-mage level 5 versus level 6 Terrorblade. Can he blink out? He doesn't have a lot of mana. It's on cooldown, and that's the double kill. Alliance is just getting away with murder here. They're getting so many kills. Jarex, he will be stopped thanks to the Fate's Edict. They do get a good reflection, trying to get on top of Jarex, but with the Inksaw, who's going to be able to disengage. Has a stroke of fate in 5 seconds. A lot of damage coming from the balls. And no answer here. If you check the supports in Alliance, level 5 and 4 against level 3 and 4. No Tail has that Frost Blast, but now he's going to be turned around. Look at that Terrorblade. He just pops the Metamorphosis. He tries to dive the tower. There is some physical damage resistance here coming from No Tail. They do get the Stroke of Fate onto the Terrorblade, but even then, he's going to be healed by both Arco and the Io. And Alliance just dominating this lane like I've never seen. No level 6 on the Anti-Mage, no farm as well. And the Terrorblade is both farming and sieging at the same time. They do have the living armor here, so it's going to buy some time. Anti-Mage actually ended up learning level 2 mana break, so he's taking so much damage. I'm not really sure about the decision of getting that. In lane here, the Terrorblade's just going to do so much damage against him, and they will try and group up for this tower. This one ended up falling. The death onto Sab didn't really allow him to fight the tower, and now they will commit another living armor with the glyph. They will actually send a hero, so let's see if this time they can actually fight this Thompson. Shows up with level 9, has Tranquil Boost. Can he actually get a good setup? The Astra is going to be there. 10 seconds on cooldown. They will pop the reflection, zoning OG away. Can they actually get the Dragon Knight here? Nice Sinister Gaze, luring Quick for 4. They're going to get a good overgrowth. Finds 3 heroes, but they do rotate with Boxy. They have the Stampede. Nice blink out from the Anti-Mage, whereas the Hoof Stomp is going to be on Thompson. And if they cannot save him, he's their only source of damage. Thompson, he drops the hammer, but he's going to drop as well. Can they get the kill onto the Terrorblade? They actually have a lot of sustain. The reflection, they are draining the mana from the Anti-Mage. They don't have a way of actually locking the Terrorblade down. He's just going to run away. The Mana Void was already committed. They do try to get on top of Koifa, but he's also so tanky. And now Boxy, another double. Oh no, the Hoof Stomp onto 2 with the double edge. Sab is going to be chased down, and look at the tips. Koifa, he knows it. They're on a roll, and they're going to steamroll in this bottom lane here. Nice job by Alliance. It looks like they're already looking for the bounty runes. So nice Terrorblade TP. Already foreseen that OG could potentially get the top bounties. So many good plays coming from the side of Alliance.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Alright. So let's check the items here. Let's see how they are doing in terms of net worth. The Lich has boots. The Anti-Mage, yikes. Grimstroke with boots, and the looks like he wants to go for Urn, pretty standard item. Treant Protector here going for the Meme Hammer, and the OD wants to build a 4-staff, getting pretty close to it. The Oracle doesn't really have much. Dragon Knight with the double bracer treads, probably going Shadow Blade or Blink Dagger. Time will tell. The Centaur Warrunner already has gold for a Blink Dagger. In fact, he's going to purchase it right now. And the Io with the Soul Ring, the bottle. just cruising the map here. Only level 6, so you know, usually you see Ios getting super high level. In this game, he's not going to be following the Terrorblade. He's you know, he's trying to get some stacks going. He's trying to enable his cores as best as possible. But Terrorblade is not necessarily here that needs the IO around, so the IO could be somewhere else. Just protecting heroes and fighting to pressure the anti-mage. Speaking of fighting, it looks like in the middle lane we're going to see a Dragon Tail here. The Blink Dagger already purchased by that Centaur. It looks like they will try and get on top of DOD here. He's disengaging. The slow is not going to be enough. The region coming from the Purifying Flames allowing the Thompson OD to disengage. It looks like they're going to be fine as well. But they will find Sab as he tries to engage into this tower. This is going to be a dead Twin Protector and an unstoppable streak for the Terrorblade. They're going to buy back Sab. Can they actually get on top of this fight? Illusion just zoning Jax completely. It looks like the Terrorblade is doing so much work right here. They're trying to clear it, but you don't deal that extra damage onto Illusions anymore. And look at Alliance. They're going to get a 2-man. Oh no, the stun is going to be on point. And now OD, he's trying to disengage. They're going to burst Thompson down. The Overgrowth is there, but this buyback from the Twin Protector is just not going to be strong enough. They're going to find that, and it looks like OG, they lose all their tier 1 towers very early into the game. They find another kill. The center just chasing Jarek's Boxy. Oh, man. This is not a good game. His anti-mage is just not farming. The Terrorblade in his lane just destroyed the game for OG. Pycat, he's not going to be able to scale, and no, that is a problem. They pick OG. They like to prioritize Thompson's last pick. So you know, when you 4th pick an anti-mage like this, you're not gonna have a good time, especially when he has Naya with him. So you know, good foresight by Alliance. Terrorblade is not a hero that people are picking like super often now, but definitely a good counter to anti-mage, and that's what they were able to do there. Thompson 4-staff finally gets completed. It looks like he's going for the Kayasha build. Pretty standard build nowadays. We'll form a camp right here. And Terrorblade just farming. Already has the Dragon Lance going for the Yasha. Sab is getting vision from this, and it looks like he's going to boop the Terrorblade once. The reflection going to slow the Twin Protector down. Do they have the gap close to actually get on top of this Terrorblade? A Conjure Image is going to be used, and now they do have vision of the heroes on the side of OG. Nice. Full stomp onto the OD. Can they actually protect him? The damage is insane. Nice. Astro will buy time. They get a good Chain Frost right there, doing damage with the Dream Stroke. Can they actually save the OD? The Hammer's going to drop, but they don't have enough sustain. The Overgrowth's going to be here. Can they at least burn through the Terrorblade? They can't. The Cinder's going to be on point. And Alliance, they find one OD in exchange of an IO, and it looks like Sab, he is going to die back right here, and this is a killing spree for Insania. Jax is going to TP away, and the anti-mage is trying to do his best, but he's not even touching the tower right now. Such a hard game for Pycat. Can he carry OG? We're going to have to find out. He just completes his thread, so it's going to take a huge sum of time for him to actually get the Battlefield going. And, you know, the towers are just falling left, right, and center. They can roach if they want to. Do they have a medallion? They don't. But Terrorblade and DK, it's definitely enough to take roach, and especially with the overcharge. It looks like AM will find 2 bounty runes. So nice foresight by Pycat. The center tries to actually contest the runes, but he doesn't really get the perfect blink. I'm going to be able to stun anti-mage. Alright, the Radiant scan going to be dropped. The Astro is going to be committed. Thompson, you know, getting some decent form here. He's still ahead of the DK. He won the lane quite hard, but that's no, that's expected. You shouldn't expect an anti-mage to win versus the Terrorblade, and that was the decision that they made, right? They would rather enable the OD than actually enable the anti-mage. So it's a pretty tough spot for Pycat, because he didn't really have a great laning stage to begin with, and anti-mage will always be a very laning stage reliant hero. Boxy trying to get on top of the center. He's waiting to see if they have... Oh, they're going to use the Fate's Edict. Look at that. He's going to clip exactly where Pycat... He does commit the counter spell, and it looks like he's going to be able to blink away. Nice. 10p does not find the anti-mage, and they're trying to utilize the balls, but they don't actually have the vision. So even though that was a nice little play by Alliance using the Fate's Edict with the blink from the center, they didn't have enough lockdown, and that counter spell proving to be pretty good here in the anti-mage. He will, though, commit for another tower with the Elder Dragon form being committed, and it looks like there's not going to be a huge answer. They actually commit for a relocate gank here. Can Thompson TP away? No, he can't. Not only they're going to lose tops in the bottom lane, it looks like they're going to come back here to keep on pressuring. Sab is in position. They have 4 heroes around here. Can they actually take this fight? I don't think they can, but they will send the Grimstroke to see if they can. They do have a lot of physical damage reduction thanks to that Frost Shield, but it's just not enough. Stroke of Fate's going to be committed. No Tail shows a little bit. Sab is around. They don't have any detection, but they have 4 heroes here, and this is going to be a dead tower, but that's a deny from Grimstroke, so pretty good play by Jarex. As that happens, the enemy just trying to pressure the lanes as well as possible, but still doesn't even have a Perseverance. This is going to be such a late Battle Fury. Quickva shows up here with his Shadow Blade. It looks like the anti-mage just keeps on trying to outmaneuver Alliance, but how do you outmaneuver an IO? Well, you can do that when Relocate is on cooldown. Besides that, it looks like OG they are playing with against so many odds. Cat did learn the attack speed talent, so he's not afraid of being bursted. He just wants to get that Battle Fury as fast as possible. Top lane Sab trying to disengage here from those balls, and since he has the Nature's Guys, it looks like he's going to be fine. In the middle lane, we do see Thompson almost with that Kaya Yasha, the Sakaya, the Sakai. But, still needs a little bit of gold, and he also doesn't have buyback if he actually commits for the item. The Arcane Orb's been committed here. We'll be able to push the wave. The top lane, it looks like Sab is just trying to slow down the push that comes from those Terrorblade illusions, but he's just a treant. He is against a Terrorblade. It's not easy, but the Meme Hammer will be available eventually. Let's check the items on Alliance here. They have this cloak. Oh, it looks like they're gonna fight. They will commit this thing to disengage the IO. Oh. Commits an overload. Interesting. It looks like the anti-mage also dies to Quickva. Yikes. Yikes. So yeah, Thompson will go for that Yashakaya. Does buy the item. He's now level 13. Has the health talent. Wants to be bursty. But as that happens, it looks like Roshan is going to be OG's objective. They do have the hammer, but their teamfight is so lacking. Looks like, you know, you have the OD that wins the lane, but how do you actually take any fights with those two cores? They're not that synergistic to begin with. And it looks like, yeah, we're just gonna Roche. Mike probably going to claim. Oh, they're trying to contest this. No Tail. The smoke's gonna break. They will engage onto him, and that really makes sure that Jarex needs to disengage. I think they just wanted to use the Grimstroke Lich combo, but not only they don't find that combo, it looks like they want to try. Okay, the Inkswell to get moves, but it looks like Jarex will be able to disengage, and now the OD trying to disengage from those Prowlers. Even boops them once to be sure they're not gonna attack him, and he gets out. The Insania Oracle moving forward here. Looks like he is was back when he was collecting boosts there to get more region with the Clarence. Sab will find 1 tower thanks to the Meme Hammer, so that does hold the bleeding at least for a little bit. But with these agents, Alliance is just gonna keep on farming. The anti-mage still doesn't have that battle free. Still needs about 1400 gold to complete the item. This is such a hard game. It looks like, alright, it looks like we will find some bounties here. In fact, every single bounty Alliance. Definitely not good on the side of OG, and the gold advantage just keeps increasing. The win percentage is, borderline 98%. So, OG. With their backs against the wall here, let's see if they're going to be able to make it work with the new stand-in, or if, lack of practice, or maybe just Alliance being a pretty solid team will allow them to keep moving forward. You know, a lot of people were doubting this Alliance roster, but slowly but surely they're definitely becoming a better team. The Astro Spirit will be laid out here, just trying to buy time. They do have this glyph. It looks like they don't want to lose the catapult, and they want to commit. The Living Armor is going to be committed, but I'm not sure how much long this is going to last. The anti-mage trying to cut up the wave, but he doesn't even have Battle Fury, so this is a very arduous process. They will move the top lane, actually. They have that exposed tier 3 with damage. No Q is going to fall, and he has no box. You have the Lich, the Frost Blast. Oh, nice Meme Hammer onto the DK, but it's only 1 hero. And the damage is still coming through very fast just because of that party. They will find Sab, and he's going to die and buyback immediately. It's the second buyback this game. The melee barracks falling so fast. No response whatsoever from OG, and there is no response. That anti-mage is not ready to fight. He doesn't even have the battlefield. He's trying to get the item right now, just waiting for the gold. Gets it done as the melee barracks explode. And it looks like the Alliance, they just get away with murder. Sab was never able to engage. His buyback becomes meaningless pretty much. And looks like Hellcat is at least trying to force this tower. But he doesn't have a catapult. He doesn't have the firepower to get buildings that Alliance. The Shrine is going to quickly perish here as well. And yep.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
Alright. TP from the Terrorblade here in the bottom lane. This game is looking so hard for Alliance. I'm sorry, so hard for OG. Can they actually make it work? They don't really just... Like, BKB is just completely countered them with this Mean Hammer being channeled. We'll find a DK once again, but as it happens, the Grimstroke already gets jumped. They will get a good leech here trying to disengage. The Centaur is going to be silenced. They do get the double Frostblast coming from the Grimstroke ult. They do not have enough damage, even that way though. The double silence is there. They do get a good root, but they have the false promise, and it looks like the IO is going to disengage. They just pump so much Heejin onto Taiga, and with the second Feather, it looks like he's going to be fine. Yeah, he regens back to full HP, so they cannot even find the IO kill, and that seems to be a very common thing onto the Alliance draft. They just like to draft a lot of sustain in a way that even in this game where they should have more burst damage, I think, it's just not working. Sab keeps on giving vision here, just traveling through the trees. Do they have a gem on the side of Alliance? They actually don't, so it looks like the Trinity is going to be fine. We'll get vision of them now going bottom. They want to ignore this tier 2 tower, but they just want to go bottom here. Let's see how much they're going to be able to do. They do have Metamorphosis in about 20 seconds. The Aegis is still up for about 40. So will Alliance actually force this? Do they think it's dangerous to force this fight without the Aegis? Nice. Well, with this glyph, I think they're saying they want to force this, but their moves are not really saying that. They're trying to chase Drags here. The Inkswell is increasing his move speed, but they will find a good jump. Nice. Foxy finds it with the Hoof Stomp, and that is the first kill. Grimstroke has a buyback, but can they actually do anything? Alliance already going back to the bottom lane. They're going to turn for and they do have both Metamorphosis and the Dragon Form up with a pretty decent amount of duration. The Frost Shield will buy some time. Let's see how much they're going to lay it down. The tower is actually resisting for quite a bit. The Hook Stomp is not going to land, and it looks like they buy back Grimstroke. They're actually going to TP here, but he's under vision. BKB popped by the Terrorblade. They are trying their best to actually get this done, but with the glyph, they do burn through a lot of the duration of that BKB from the Terrorblade. But do they have the damage? That is the question. The answer is going to be on point. The Frost Shield is once again going to be applied, just making this tower super strong. Nice ultimate Ghost Stroke, and they will get the double Chain Frost from the Lich. Is enough damage though. With that BKB onto the Dragonite, I'm not sure they're going to pop the Stampede. Boxy will shred Lich, and No-Tail is forced to buy back. The tower is still falling. False Promise onto Boxy. They will lay down the shield, but look at that. They actually have a lot of sustain because of both the shield and the Treant Protector. They're trying to aim for the mega late game here with both the Treant and this Lich. As long as they, as long as they get level 25 with this level 9 Lich, they're going to have so much HP regen. 60 HP regen onto the Treant Protector, as well as 16 here. So wow, so good. OG, they will find 2 banners here, so nice job by the Anti-Mage. They are buying some time. The Aegis does expire on the side of Alliance, and they were not able to get a second lane of barracks. So that is buying some time for the Anti-Mage to catch up. We do have a level 15 Outworld Devourer here with the Kai. He's actually going for the Sanj Kayasha. No, he's actually going for BKB, and he has it. Nicely done. Alright. And Astro quickly 4 staffs away. Once you... Oh, that's so much regen. Thanks to his Equilibrium. Looks like his man is going to be back to full. Sab already trying to push up this wave here with his Mean Hand. He's going to get a... And that one. The Terrorblade, BKB Manta, Dragonlance. Let's check everyone's items, by the way. There's a Tranquil Boots onto No-Tail, the Anti-Mage with the Yasha, and the Battlefield actually even pops the counter spell here through securing a random gem from the enemies. Grimstroke with the Unavailable Treant Protector with the Meme Hammer. It looks like they buy Heaven's Halberd to withstand the Outworld Devourer, but he has a BKB now, so they have to get the Heaven's Halberd first. The shield here is not going to be enough. The last tier from the side of the Falls. The Oracle has the double bracer going for the Aether Lens. Looks like the DK has the Shadow Blade Crystallis. And the Terrorblade, we already talked about him. And the Centaur with the Blade Mail and the Heaven's Help. Anti-Mage, can you find his little courier? He's gonna get vision. Nice glyph right there, but it looks like the Anti-Mage is now on a run. Because they want to find this, they do pop the blink. Where's the Stampede? Oh! They cancel the Anti-Mage. And now he's trying to disengage. He has the blink available. Can he actually get out? They do get the scan, but they don't have the vision. They have no support. So the Anti-Mage is going to blink out, and it looks like he's going to be fine. Dragonado is looking. Can he get the Dragon Tail? Still looking. The Shadow Blade duration should be enough. Pycat, they will find you. The Dragon Tail is on point. The Relocate is going to be there. Can he pop the Spell Shoot before they actually get this kill? He's going to blink out. Has that Spell Shoot going. The Reflection Anti-Mage chasing him down. Jesus. Alright, so
Dire's bottom tower is under
Oracle,
attack.
level 13, with the Aetherlands now done, has a shit ton of cost range. Look at that. With his False Promise, the Purifying Flame is also
Dire's
pretty
bottom tower is
high
under
range.
attack.
So they do buy time here for the Anti-Mage. The Mentor is going to be done, so he's going to have that disjoint onto the Dragon Tail. And it looks like Quickva approaching the Daedalus. He wants to go for the right click build. Thinks that he wants to man up onto the OD, and he can do that now that there is a BKB available for him. But the OD actually farming very fast just because he can actually hit Ancients now. So the Arcane Orb with that Equilibrium is allowing him to do so much damage to Ancients. So yeah, I mean, we were like, can this Anti-Mage carry the game? But what about OD? He's slowly creeping up in terms of farm. The win probability is still, Gaben level of completely lost, but let's see if the AI from Valve is actually that smart. Thompson trying to engage with Boxy. Really wants to find something here with that smoke. They're not gonna find it, but Boxy still has the Invis rune. So even if the smoke breaks, oh no, they do have a sentry here, so they're gonna get vision. They're gonna put up the sentry. No, he's gonna be jumping. Remember, he has no buyback. That's a lich dead for 60 seconds, and he's a big part of the fact that Alliance can actually defend this tower, and they quickly pop the Metamorphosis. The damage is through the roof here, and OG, can you actually fight this? I don't know. The Anti-Mage is trying to pressure, but he's not nearly as strong as a Terrorblade. They will lose the range barracks. It looks like the mini barracks will have the same destiny. This IO is just giving so much attacks before the Terrorblade, and they want to end this game. Can they actually go for the mid barracks, or will they go back to try and stop Pycat here? I'm not sure. They are taking their time. They're trying to disengage first, and the TP from the center is going to come through. They do find a shrine, but they lose. I'm sorry, they do find a tier 3, but they do lose an entire lane of barracks for it. So, not a greatest trade for OG, but the trade that they can actually find. Level 16 onto Pycat. The Mentor gets finally completed. Alright. Meme Hammer once again. We do have Vision of You, sir. Get the hell out. Meme Hammer will clear the melee creeps. Alright. So, yeah. Manta done. Still, this Anti-Mage needs 4 items, whereas the Terrorblade already has a Butterfly. This boy's Giga farmed. It looks like Lich also doesn't have much to his name. Has the health talent here, but this is looking like a pretty hard game. Alliance already setting up here for the bounty runes. It looks like they're gonna leave a sentry here to make sure that Boxy is safe. And Alliance, they're gonna get 3 runes against 1 on the side of OG, so they got advantage. Just keeps piling up at around 19,000. OD though gets his level 18. Is farming very fast. Now finally finishes the Kayasha onto the OD, going for the side of Vice next. So this boy actually outputs a lot of damage. What they have to do is somehow bait the BKBs on the side of Alliance. Boxy doesn't have one, but they do have one onto the DK with about 9 seconds of duration. And the Terrorblade has a 9 second as well. 9-minute BKB. Monkas. So yeah, Alliance, they just get into the pit. OG, they know that they cannot force this at all. This is a 5-25 game. This is not easy by any means. The Meme Hammer is going to get dropped by Sabdo, trying to buy time, trying to confuse the side of, okay, they're not going to confuse you. They're going to find the Turn Protector, going to get the Dragon Tail out, and it looks like the Anti-Mage is completely forced to disengage. They're going to pop up the Stampede, and they're trying to fight this Thompson with that BKB, trying to get on top of the Urkel. He pops the False Promise, 4-step towards the high ground, just trying to do as much damage as possible. They do get a good ult Lich, and here it looks like Taiga is not going to fall. They do not get the Q onto the Urkel as well, and that is a beyond godlike streak here for the Terrorblade. They're going to jump OD. He doesn't have a BKB. Triple kill for the Terrorblade. They try to get a Mana Void. They find absolutely no kills. Ultra kill for the Terrorblade. This game is looking pretty over, boys. They don't even commit for the Roche. They're gonna march here. It looked like a good fight. They tried to use this high ground area here. The Oracle just withstanded the entire damage from a beaky BOG that has a Kayasha. It looks like this game is about to be over. We're gonna pop the BKB here on too quick, but they're trying to end this alliance. They might be qualifying for their first major. I could be wrong. I have no idea about Dota. I'm gonna take the last lane of barracks right here, and they will march forward. They do drop the Frost shield here onto this tower. They're gonna buy back tops, and they wanna maybe fight this. This is OG's last time to shine. An alliance, they're gonna be forced to disengage, but now they're against Megas. How the hell are they going to fight this? Io buys himself Mac and Thompson. He is trying. He's trying to carry this game, but it is not looking easy at all. They're gonna buy a smoke here onto the Oracle. It looks like Alliance are also interested in just finishing the game right now. They still have the Roshan to actually attend. It looks like Thompson will get vision of it. Quickly disengages. He's actually a pretty fast bird here, thanks to this Kayasha and the Trent. It's 150 move speed. Jarek's trying to battle a Terrorblade Illusion right here. And Alliance, they're just chilling around the Roshan pit. It looks like Sab is trying to get vision. They do drop a sentry here. They do have vision of this Chain Protector now, so he's going to be forced to disengage. So much damage, actually, coming from that Terrorblade Illusion. Jesus. Alright, so Roshan, we do have a pretty long stalemate here, but guys, you're against Megas. Your lanes are gonna push. You need to address those lanes. Even if the Chain Protector is not gonna be enough that you can just leave your base. And now Alliance, they finally joined the Roshan pit. They do have this Terrorblade Illusion giving vision. They lost their sentry, so Sab is in position. He pings it out. Do they even have a hero that can jump? It's the anti-mage maybe, but he doesn't even have buyback. The towers, they're pushing so fast. Look at the Lich. He's trying to deal with Megas here by himself. No, tell you, a sad man. And they will try and fight Alliance. They leave the pit looking for the tree, and they don't find him. They go back. Another stroke of fate, getting vision. Jarex is in position, but if they can actually get the jump, nice silence, so fast, it actually cancels the cast point of that hero. Can they actually jump here? They're gonna pop the Metamorphosis onto Terrorblade, even BKBs for this, and he looks at the anti-mage. He tries to jump, he snatches the Aegis, so that is a good start. They were actually able to steal the Aegis with Pike. Can he somehow get free? Nope. It's going to be a perfect full stomp, and he's going to fall even with that counter spell. 88 seconds with no buyback, and no tail just calls it GG. They do steal the Aegis, but they don't steal the qualifying spot for Alliance. So clap for Alliance, guys. They actually qualified. And yeah, thank you all for watching. It was a pleasure. We appreciate you guys being here. If you like the cast, make sure to follow here on Twitch and to subscribe on YouTube. And yeah, I'm trying my best here to cast as much as possible. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the game. And yeah, let's find someone to actually host. You know, we do have a decent amount of viewers here. Let's see if we can find someone to host today. Let's see who's streaming. You guys have any suggestions? You can type in chat. I know exactly who I'm actually hosting. I know perfectly who I'm going to host. Alright, so you can tell Shipstick that I'm not gonna be on her stream because I really need to pee, so I'm gonna leave my PC completely. But send my regards to her. She just got to Immortal. Make sure to praise her. Bye, boys.